tonight. They have to play for their people. They have to play
Can't even say they have to play for the coach. Who's the coach? Just out of curiosity.
Ex-coach Jean-Louis.
No, I mean Jean-Louis has been fired.
Yeah.
So actually,
he's a coach in transit.
A good question. Who's their coach tonight?
Who did they sign on that team sheet as the coach?
No, it's him because he's the one that they submitted to FIFA. He has to stay.
You.
But he's a coach in transit.
But he's already resigned.
Let's see.
So we accept your resignation, but come back.
Yeah, post tournament.
Yeah.
Who's the coach? Does anybody know who the coach is tonight?
It's supposed to be Jean-Louis. Nobody. It's supposed to be Jean-Louis Gane.
We need Mr. Bongo.
Yes. Senegal coach Cisse.
Yes, Aliou Cisse, Senegal. Yes.
Okay, I mean, but we're looking for the coach of Cote d'Ivoire. Okay. Well, I guess it will be their assistant. I will definitely keep searching for that.
Because most of the time also, when the coaches are leaving, they leave with their assistants.
Yes.
In their technical team. Most of the time, because they bring
most coaches leave with their entire... I mean, you've got to look at now. I mean, you look at... as a Liverpool supporter, I'm still shocked that Jurgen Klopp is leaving.
Yeah.
But everybody, including the technical directors, are leaving.
Yes.
You've got to look at...
Okay, so I've got the answer for you. Is the caretaker coach. His name is Hermes Faye. Oh, we definitely needed a French speaker to give us the French twang to it. Is
Was he there? So
Faye.
It would be interesting just to dig into to say, was he part of the technical team? Because, like you said,
yes,
most coaches leave. I mean, you've got to look at former giants of African football. The coaches left.
Yes.
He's left with the entire team.
Yes.
So you've got to look at and say, was he there? Does he understand the dynamics? Is he dropping players based on what is it that he was seeing? Because if I'm an assistant coach, it means I'm buying into your vision as the coach.
Definitely.
Because I can coach, I'm buying into your vision.
But definitely what I'm saying with caretaker coaches is that they tend to see something the coach hasn't been seeing.
Also, I feel
and
like
they could experiment.
Coaches do not need to watch the game from the sidelines.
Right.
For me personally, I feel like it limits your vision. I feel like, I don't know, but there must be a TV. Because for me...
you have them like rugby coaches where they sit very high up and be able... Because it gives you a different perspective. When you're looking at the game here, it's very different to be able to...
So is it possible today that we can see a beautiful piece of history, like I said when I was introducing us on this platform? Could we see a beautiful piece of Ivorian history tonight? Or are we going to see...
Okay.
Are we going to see...
That lady from North Korea, she says she's praying, right?
Yes.
That prayer may be answered. We need for that prayer to be answered.
I'm thinking...
Monkeys play by their sizes. You understand? In Africa, monkeys play by their sizes. So as much as we can be hopeful and we can, pray and fast and go to the mountains and swim across rivers and,
swim across rivers.
At the end of the day, let's be realistic. This Ivory Coast team cannot beat this Senegalese team.
So why is that? Is it that they haven't had enough training? Is it that they're coachless?
Psychologically, there's so much chaos in the background. It can easily distract them. And they are already distracted. Okay,
so what about the thoughts that there could potentially be a riot in the stadium?
Everybody could potentially
should they lose today?
Tomorrow you can potentially be the president of Nigeria.
Me? I don't think they want to make that mistake.
That's my point. There are a lot of potentials everywhere.
Yes.
But I feel like right now the country is aware that their team is not up to the task.
Okay.
They are aware. Do you know that after the previous game that they lost, they destroyed almost 200 buses. They even destroyed the buses for the Ghana national team.
So
they destroyed over 200 buses just because their team lost. So I feel like now they are aware that their team is not up to the task.
But it's also, and for me, what I saw a lot, there's those scenes that I saw and what was happening. It's actually very sad because this has been a very good tournament. It has been, and we've got to give CAF props for what they've done.
And the refereeing.
In terms of, I mean, even VAR is working.
Yeah.
You've got the decisions that are going right, and you're going, maybe Premier League, please come and see how this thing is done.
Yes.
But with so much that has happened that's been so positive, and then you see that, you then go, that was for me the saddest thing to be able, but you've got to be able to say, on the pitch, your team has not lived up to expectation. Your team has not lived up to being a good host that goes as far as possible. You're not going to go far by just being an elephant.
So, I mean, you know, it's a case of the elephants sliding down the tree dramatically because they started the tournament very well. They won their opening match.
It's like, remember, there's that meme that goes on social media, on X and everywhere else, when Arsenal are top of the log.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how they got there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know they're coming down.
They're coming down, you know.
So
and for me, these elephants, you know, in Ghana, there's something called lactogen babies.
Lactogen babies. What are
Lactogen
those?
babies. Lactogen babies are kids that, you know, you are fed with lactogen a lot, you gain weight, you become tall, you become big, but deep down you've got the brain of a 2-year-old.
Oh, wow.
You see, they are called...
So basically, the Cote d'Ivoire team.
They're lactogen elephants.
Oh, wow.
They are not real elephants.
Yes, that's it. Is Emerse Faye as the coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
That name sounds familiar. That name really sounds familiar. The Faye. I don't know whether it's a former player, but that name sounds quite familiar.
But here's the thing. You as the coach, as the caretaker coach coming in, I mean, even coaches that have been in teams for the longest of time, they're still trying to get, I mean, you look at the Nigerian team, they've done well, but the coach is still trying to tweak the team.
Yes.
As the caretaker coach, have you had enough time to be able to say, this is what I want? I want, so suddenly your playing style is going to change.
Yes.
Now you've got to tell your analyst, hey, I want you to be able to look for this. How can, it's just so...
It's chaotic. It's chaotic.
Yes.
That's the word, chaotic.
I mean,
chaotic
we're definitely going to get deep inside the starting lineup. We're going to get deep inside the substitutes, whether Ivory Coast have some firepower on the bench that can bring some glimmer of hope, or Senegal are going to be way too strong for them. We're going to talk about the tactics. We're going to talk about just, you know, what works against a team like Senegal that have so much firepower, so much young talent, and also their transition is
And
happening
also,
so nicely.
Are you going to be in a position where you outwork Senegal? Because they work hard. It's like you said, there's no stars in the Senegal team.
Yes.
Everybody
It's
understands.
a family.
If my role is to run 20 meters back as Sadio Mane, I will run 20 meters back. If my mission is to run 20 meters back as a Sar, I will run the 20 meters. They're going to first outwork you as a team.
So what has made them, in recent times, one of the most successful teams in Africa? 2019 finalists, 2021, 2022 won it.
See, right now, when it comes to African soccer, right, there are two things involved. It's either you're looking for individual glory or you're looking for team's glory. The Senegalese have come to understand that the team's glory is above everybody's individual glory. So you cannot point to somebody trying to be a star, somebody trying to make sure that he gets a team after this tournament. They are putting the team's glory ahead of each and every individual's ambition.
But also you've got to remember, quite a number of players have played together for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
You look at Mendy, you look at Koulibaly, you look at Diallo, you look at Mane, those guys have been together for quite a number of seasons.
And they have experience on the bench.
And what Senegal has done in recent years, you've got to go look at their junior teams. Their junior teams are starting to do rather well.
Right.
They're not teams that get knocked out in the first round of the African competition and they go to the Olympics. So those are teams that you say, while they're coming up, this is a team that has been solid for the past, this team I could say they've been solid for the last 6 years.
That's right.
Because if you remember, they were the finalists and they were knocked out. And they didn't make it, and they came back and won it.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of continuity in that, and you find that it's that mixture of experience, youth, and then the unity within the team, because that's important. Because you can't just have experience and players that are aging together.
Yes.
You will have like the most brilliant of Barcelona teams, but by the time they reach the end, you're like, can you please get these guys out of my team? But now you've got players that have been at the top, but you're also getting a lot of youngsters that rejuvenate the squad, that are coming to be able to add value, and that's doing well for Senegal.
I mean, Lamine Camara of Senegal seems to be the successor to Sadio Mane.
Yes, definitely.
Now,
definitely.
you know, it seems like they're bringing like the youth, blending the youth in beautifully into the team.
And you know, this is an African tournament. It's an African game. So I'm going to answer you with an African proverb.
Oh,
You
this
understand?
is
And-
not an African proverb.
You see, there's a proverb, an African proverb. No matter how strong you are, you can never beat your father.
Did you hear that? No matter how strong you are, you can never beat your father.
You understand?
Wow.
And that's what's going to happen here. That's what's going to happen here. It's Senegal and Ivory Coast. It's a father and son situation.
You think?
I don't think I know.
No, but historically, Cote d'Ivoire, let's talk about...
Leave the histories for the historians and leave soccer for this.
No, I mean, we must talk about the history. We must talk about the
No, but
golden
if it was
generation.
history, then Ghana would be here right now. Don't you think so?
We must talk about the golden generation
Yes.
of Cote d'Ivoire.
What did they achieve?
Wait, they did win the 2015
They did.
Under Hervé
Nations
Renard.
Cup.
But
yeah.
it took the intervention of Hervé Renard for them to be able to.
But there's something that always happens before you get there. They got there to the semi-final, and they didn't win. But they came back the following tournament, of which they then stemmed their authority, and they were able to
And they
win.
beat Ghana in the final.
What you've got to be able to do, there's almost that build-up that needs to happen. And you need to be showing us building blocks.
Consistent.
Right.
Give me the building blocks of Cote d'Ivoire at the moment. Senegal got there in the final, they lost. We all felt sorry for Sadio and the team.
So that's what I wanted to ask. That what's wrong with Ivorian football?
It's not.
They had a
see,
golden generation.
See, and it's not just Ivory Coast. It's happening even in most West African countries. If you've seen the pattern, it's happening in most West African countries. Look at your Cameroon. They are struggling. They are really struggling. Look at, to be honest with you, even Nigeria.
But they're struggling. Why? Is it?
It's because we are ignoring the grassroots.
Okay.
We are right now. West African football is about the stars. You hear that somebody has got a Ghanaian name in Egypt to go and fetch him. There were players in the tournament that has never played soccer on the African continent. Do you know that whilst we were going to train, one of the Ghanaian players said that, oh no, it's too dusty here.
It's too dusty.
Can you imagine?
No, but here's the thing, and you're very right when you say we're ignoring grassroots football. Look at the teams. Give me top 3 teams in Africa at the moment. You're going to come up with Morocco as one of them.
Yes.
You're going to come back with Senegal as the champions as one of
Yeah.
them. What are those 2 countries doing? You go look at Morocco. They've just built a facility that looks after the youth.
Even Cape Verde.
And so
Cape Verde
They've got a beautiful soccer, sorry to catch you. They've got a beautiful soccer academy that even the FIFA president went to even sleep there. It's like a whole hotel.
Yes. And you've got to be able to say, this is what we are doing, this is what we are building, and be able to show intent. And it's got to come from your FA, your government, and be able to say,
Yes.
we will support this. And you look at what Morocco is doing. They want to host every single tournament.
Yes.
Meaning at your under 17, they want to be dominant. At your under 20, they want to be dominant. At your senior level, at 10 tournaments.
Yes.
And then you can be able to then say, we've got teams that, if you look, and then once you've got the team that's now you saying, you don't, like we were asking about the Ivorians, what you had a golden generation that aged together.
Yes.
Didier was gone, Yaya was gone, everybody was just...
Even Zaha is not on the team.
Right.
So you now starting to look...
And today they brought on Gradel to steady the ship. To steady the ship a bit.
No, but so yeah, so as my brother said, we are ignoring the grassroots, and these are the grassroots. Like, no matter where your players are, the local players play with a different type of passion.
Yeah.
Yes.
They play. You see how the Southern players are playing. Trust me, if South Africa was to invite players from Amsterdam and whatever, they wouldn't play the same way.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
if a local player is on the pitch, you can see he's ready to die for his country.
Because you've also got to remember, for the players that are playing locally, this is an opportunity for them
to
to break into Europe. Because KF has done well to have this on TV on so many different channels.
Yeah.
So instead of those teams coming here to have scouts, they're looking at, they're watching, they're going, who's that Maseko?
Who's that guy? Yes.
Who's that one
Yes.
that's playing here? But now you're now going and saying, with all that said and done, two things: consistency over a period of time will lead you to success.
Right.
And go look, the champions, except a couple of them, in recent times, champions have always had a miss, but they showed potential.
Yes,
showed
yes.
The next one,
That's true.
they then came back.
Yes.
And you look at Morocco, their team may not have won, but they went as far as they did to the World Cup. How long have they been together? You've got to be able to say, allow them time, have development structures within those countries, and the teams that, if their countries do well, you've got to go look back and say, what is ASEC doing?
True.
ASEC Mimosa is starting to now rebuild.
We can now see the teams singing their national anthem. We're seeing that's Lamine Camara, one of the brightest talents on the continent at the moment. You wanted to say something?
To add on to what he's saying, there's also a psychological aspect to it. If I was an FA president, I will make sure that before you go on that pitch to represent your country, you must be able to sing the national anthem. No! You must be able to know what you are defending.
Right.
You cannot come and say you are representing Ghana, and out of the players, only 2 players can sing the national anthem. How is that different from your club?
Okay, so who couldn't sing the Ghanaian national anthem?
Almost all of them. Only 2 players, Richard Ofori, who killed us.
So the black sheep, sorry, I mean the
I mean,
Black Stars players
the black
can't sing
sheep.
their national anthem. No, Junior.
Oh, we're so
Yes,
sorry, Junior.
You see, and I think those are some of the things that, and I always say,
But he's right. The national pride.
and that's what you've got. I mean, you've
The
got
national
you've got to
pride.
look at this and say, is there still pride from Cote d'Ivoire for players to be able to play for their national team? Have players showed interest in terms of saying,
What do you see in their body language singing this national anthem?
They,
Do you see
they look
the scared
frightened.
team?
They look frightened. And also, another point, the commercialization of national team. If I was an FA president again, I would cancel this whole idea of winning bonus.
Okay, sorry to cut you short because we're about to make a substitution, a quick substitution. Brian Mofokeng, did I get it right?
Yes,
Mofokeng, because I usually butcher his surname. Brian Mofokeng is in the building. Brian, welcome to the show, Brian. How you doing?
Ade.
I didn't call you Mafokeng. I didn't call you Mafokeng today.
oh, if you call him a Mafikeng, he's a whole city.
Mafikeng is a whole city.
It's the whole city, you know.
No,
Brian.
It looks like a whole city.
Brian Mofokeng, one of the best commentators you would ever find. Brian,
Yes.
I hope tonight you're going to give us some of your commentating skills. Adi gets the ball, he passes it to the right, he gives it to the... We're going to allow you to do a little bit of that tonight. I hope you're ready for all
Brian
that.
to do the following. Brian, it says coach Senegal. Who's the coach?
Which one?
Senegal?
Five.
Cisse.
Cisse. And Ivory Coast is 5.
And then Cote d'Ivoire?
Mendy.
we need some info on the Cote d'Ivoire coach.
The Cote d'Ivoire coach,
Because
the interim coach.
Caretaker
coach.
Yes.
Because you now remember they're trying to negotiate to bring in
Bernard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
because you've got to be able to say, you're in the mid-tournament.
Yeah.
As a coach coming in,
Yeah.
do you have your own style? Because most assistant coach go with the coach, and you believe in the philosophy of the coach. Or unless
Honestly speaking, when you come to a moment like this one, it's not by a moment. It's not about who's coaching you, who's doing what. It is all about one simple thing, that the Elephants have been given a second chance. They're in a competition because Morocco defeated Zambia.
Zambia,
You know,
yeah.
Zambia needed a draw for them to be able to be here. he was amongst those sitting on the bench when the original coach was still there. You know, so he finds himself taking over the reins as the man that sits on the bench now.
Now, he can't even sit on the bench now. He sits on the floor.
But I mean, also the thing is that they already thought they were out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, they thought they were out. And
I believe the players were told they can go. The players were.
Last minute they were told, "Hey guys, you can't go anywhere. Sit back. We're
We
going
must
to
come.
continue the competition."
And do you think this would affect the game tonight?
Listen, I mean, where I'm sitting, you know, I was talking about this earlier on today, and I was saying to the guys that, you know, a country like Cote d'Ivoire,
Yes.
who have been given a second chance, they were out of the competition. So literally, when you look at it, yes, they're playing at home. They're going to have the pressure because they're playing at home. But the reality is, they know that if they get a result or the whole Senegal, it's a huge thing for them.
Yes.
To say we've managed to hold the defending champions of the
yes.
competition. You know, a team that got 100% record in the group stages. It's a big thing for them when they come into this encounter. The team that cannot afford to lose is Senegal.
Yes.
They cannot afford to lose. I mean, if you look at the starting 11 here, I mean, I see the Sergio Aurier is in the starting 11 today. He's been coming off the bench most of the time.
Yes.
Fofana for me in the last game.
Even Gradel has been chosen.
You know?
Frank Casey has been dropped.
Yeah, that's the thing for me, you know.
Yes.
But I mean, if you look at it, Fofana, who had a chance in the previous match to really up the tempo and show what he can do, was unable to do that. You see, but I mean, Serge Aurier, on the other hand, you saw him. He doesn't have the same pace and the same stuff.
Brian,
as
I
the other player.
can guarantee you this team came to this match with a bulletproof bus because they were throwing rocks at them. They were
But sorry to interject. And one of the things that happens is as follows.
Yeah.
When you've been given a second chance, you hope to get it. This is the worst thing that could happen to Cote d'Ivoire because you're getting a team like Senegal that is. When was the last time you had any news about Senegal that off the field there's
Drama,
disruption?
yes.
This is a team that plays well together. This is a team that's got unity. This is the
Team that the
these are
coach is in
defending
control.
champion. These are the team that is well mannered. This is a team that's structured. That must be one of the worst things to say. You know, if they got and no disrespect, if they got Angola or got the Eagles, super, are they still super? So
Mr. Bongo calls them the super chicken of Nigeria.
So you could have said there's a bit of hope here.
You know, when you talk about Nigeria, I mean, you have to look at the way they went about their business against Cameroon. You know, you can't take that away from them. They looked very good on the day.
But also, Cameroon is not in its best shape, though.
Nah, but I mean, Victor Osimhen, everybody's been talking about Victor Osimhen, saying that Victor Osimhen looks bad, he's not looking the same way you expect him to look, and he's struggling, but he's doing something that some players are not doing.
Yes,
He's
yes.
working for the team.
For the team.
I mean, the first goal they scored that eventually passed to Lookman,
Yes.
it was the pressing traps that he created.
Yeah.
And
Brian-
you can't run away from that.
Brian, you came with your glasses today. I'm not sure what you see. There's a Ghanaian boy wearing a Nigerian jersey. Did it not confuse you when you walked in?
No, I thought maybe it was your jersey you gave me to say let's represent the West together today.
I wanted to warn you not to be alarmed.
Yeah.
That you might see a Ghanaian in a Nigerian jersey. Don't be alarmed. We've told him it's illegal. We can't do this again.
Yeah. I mean,
So we can see
you
the
talk-
caretaker coach.
yeah.
Fi, what would he have told the boys coming into this game?
Which boys are you referring to?
The Ivorians.
I'm just checking, you know. You never know. You might have told the ball boy, don't bring the ball. You need to make sure that he's talking about the same thing. For them, it is simple. Let's just go and represent our country.
Yes.
They don't have to do anything else.
Let's play for the team.
You're playing against the defending champions of the competition.
But Brian, you see, and I hear your argument.
Yeah.
But has the team from Cote d'Ivoire played with a team that's got passion, that's playing for the national team?
Team, yeah.
There have been problems before this. I mean, I remember that there was a story that this is why Didier Drogba came out about Wilfred Zaha not being called up.
Yes.
The first thing was to say, but you know, some of the players that have been called up shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't be there.
You know, so the coach opted to choose what he wanted, who he wanted to choose.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way they played, I mean, you have Singo on the right hand side for them in their first few matches, and then you had Konan on the left hand side, and then you look at that whenever they went forward, you could see something could come up, but never happened.
Yeah.
You know, Serge Aurier came in the last game where they got walloped because he was just not at the same level as everybody else on the field of play.
Yeah.
You know, Kessie was looking good, never did much. Grasso looked exceptional every now and then, played in patches. You know,
Yes.
That's the thing. I thought Max Gredo was going to get a run
Right.
because he's part of the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
but he's getting his chance tonight, and let's see what he will do in that midfield.
But
So,
let me ask you this.
sorry, there's a question coming in for you. Well, a message from Christoph Bongo saying, why Paul has to talk about Arsenal? Christoph Bongo was
Because
asked.
that was the elephant that sat on top of the tree. And so the same as his
Yeah,
What are you referring to here?
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, so we
my word.
have the first goal of the match after
not
just
camera.
3 minutes of the
camera.
game. Is that camera?
No, it's not camera.
Who was that? Who scored
We'll
that
try and
goal?
have a look at that again.
But-
it doesn't know the camera. Camera
What
is
a
2025.
goal!
No,
And
just from the cross, the build-up. Watch what.
Oh, I saw the two. That was number 20. I think.
okay,
That was
Wow.
that was a beautiful
That was
goal.
that was
the
a.
control, the finish. Oh Lord.
So we have a goal. The Ivorians.
I told you.
So
These are
Junior
Latogin.
Diallo.
So
Oh, it's Diallo.
So
Okay.
Junior.
Finally, Diallo gets it.
Bran will be able to.
Oh, look at that! How was
the
that
turn-
goal scored? How was
These
that
are
goal
Latogin.
The
scored?
ball is beautiful. I mean, look at the chest.
I mean-
to lose his marker.
And
Yeah, and look
Guess
at
who
how
assisted?
many.
Guess who?
Mane,
Guess who
that turn
assisted?
in the
what?
corner.
Guess who assisted? Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane is having a wonderful. I mean, if you look at the five, he's fifth assist now.
Yeah.
In 2 tournaments.
Gentle-
by far
He's
the-
like
Gentlemen.
the Grootman of the team.
He's the godfather.
Let me look after the youngsters.
He's the
that-
godfather.
See what Mane is doing. It's exactly what Victor Osimhen is doing for Nigeria. He peels off,
But gentlemen,
takes players with him,
Yes,
and manages to get
yes,
the ball
yes,
back inside.
yes, yes.
You know, if you look at how Simon played also in the last game, when he was able to supply the ball, that was scored by Lookman. The second goal was scored by Lookman. It is a creative spark that you have. In fact, when it was Cassie who played the ball in towards him. So
Yes.
you can see that there's something that is coming up that is beautiful.
right?
Sometimes you might be a striker, but not score goals, and people will start complaining.
Olivier
Yeah.
Doing your holding role
Olivier
well.
Giroud for
Then you
France
have
in
Peel off,
2018.
create spaces for other people to be
Yes.
able to be there. But, Bran,
But gentlemen, I just want to ask you guys if you saw the number of orange shirts in front of Diallo before he took that shot.
For me, this is the final. This is the final game for me.
Final who?
The AFCON.
Oh, okay.
The final.
Yes.
So
I don't think after.
you don't want to talk about that game. You don't want to talk. I mean, did you see the game earlier on today between Cape Verde and Mauritania?
Yes.
Did you see how
yes.
Cape Verde were made to grind for a result?
Yeah,
Because
but-
they look
Oh.
very good in the group stages, but they made to grind for a result. So that's how a team's supposed to play.
So there's Mendy.
But you also got to learn how to play tournament football. Because you can't start like a house on fire and then fizzle out when it's
Yeah,
the knockout
yeah.
stages. You want to be able to start, even if you start with a draw, it's
Yeah.
okay.
But that comes with experience, though, right?
And you are able to then build up and have momentum and be able to move forward. And that's where the experience comes.
Yes.
Because you don't overexert
what
yourself.
formation is Senegal playing tonight? It looks like
Looks like a 4-3-3.
yeah.
they have a 4-3-3 going on, and
yeah,
Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast
What
look
do you-
like.
what-
Ivory Coast is if you're ever in that position, it's your formation.
Ivory Coast is also playing a 4-3-3 at the moment, from what I can see.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, the elephants don't look up to it today from their
I
body
told you,
language.
these are Latogin elephants.
Lactogen.
Latogin elephants.
Oh,
Latogin
yes.
elephants.
Why?
So,
Yeah, he's explained what lactogen.
so in Ghana, right, they are babies that when they are born, they're not giving breast milk. They're just giving lactogen. So
Okay.
they grow way above their age mates. They grow tall,
Alright.
huge, but then they still have the brain of like a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old. So they are called lactogen babies. They look big, but then when it's time to perform, there's no element to them.
They're from where? Ghana. So Ghana was big in the tournament before the tournament started, and then
So we have more messages.
and then disappeared afterwards.
Yes, we have more messages coming in, guys.
I'm
keep
going to
it
ask him a
coming.
question. Let's get you. I'm going to ask him a question quickly, Junior.
Okay.
Hopefully, the passport will be taken and go back home. But I mean, we'll ask him that question shortly.
I sent it back to them, DHL.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's the question?
So it's from Ezekiel who says Ivory Coast will upset Senegal today. We don't know about that.
No.
And he has another comment that he says, Arsenal or Chiefs is great and relevant examples. And then Ikema Happy says, Ivory Coast should not play this game with pressure. Senegalese players are young with stamina. The pitch will suffer today. Ivory Coast will win.
So which Senegal players young? So Sadio is classified as young.
Hey,
No.
Koulibaly is classified as young.
African age.
Gentlemen, there's still more than enough time in this game for us to see
but
some
then when
drama.
you're down by a goal in the first 10 minutes,
First 3 minutes.
it changes your psychology, it changes your strategy.
Yes.
You know what is important here? Is that the man that's sitting as a caretaker coach at the moment,
Right.
was assistant coach to the coach that
Oh,
That
bad
could be a red
tackle.
card. That could be
That's
a
a
red
ba-
card.
that
That
could
could
be-
be a red card.
Oh, it's a yellow card.
You know, if you look at the man that's sitting on the bench, he understands he's been here at the AFCON as a player. 2006 he was there, 2010,
right?
2008 was here.
Yeah.
He was here. He's the current under-23 coach of the national team as
Okay,
well. So
okay.
he has
That's
massive experience around
That's
Ooh,
a
that
red
could
card.
be a red card. That could be a red card. Ooh, that
but
could be a red
Sadio
card.
Mane, as a
Mane-
professional,
Mane-
as a professional,
Mane showing
the way that he
studs.
wanted to play, but the momentum carried
carried
him
him
beyond
forward.
that. Yeah.
So they might just be the only thing that make him suffer. But if you got VAR for such things, you have a look at. I tell you, with the naked eye, it looks very
I know. In Ghana, when you played South Africa in the World Cup qualifiers, you didn't use VAR because the players were diving. But those are some of the things that.
my brother, we won. We won. That's the most important. How? Why?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, there's a replay of the goal again from Diallo in the 3rd minute.
You know when they said that you're gonna have a situation with Abdoulaye, they are not available because of injuries and all the other players. People started thinking, okay, Diallo playing in that central position, what can you do?
Right.
He scored another goal here today. But it was the control and the composure and the penalty that actually made him look that good, because
Yes.
the ballers played in, chested the ball down, and then
Comfortably.
went with a beautiful shot, and then no chance for the goalkeeper. But having said that, it is the poor marking from the Ivorians that actually allowed him to do that.
To have
got
all
the
the
ball
time.
to all the time. And I think, in hindsight, the referee might have given a yellow card. But I think I said I want to look at this.
It's a red card.
That's a red card.
That's a red. Mane should
That's a
walk.
reckless challenge.
There's nowhere there should be given
from
as a
Sadio
yellow card. I mean,
Mane.
the fact that the referee gave it as a yellow card,
Yes.
that's really worrying.
I mean, what do you guys think? Remember to keep engaging with us. I believe VAR should definitely take a look at that again.
Do you
That
think-
should be a red card.
Do you think big names influence the referee?
No, they do. They do.
In such games.
And it's important to have a ref that's going to be able to stand out and be able to say, I don't care who you are, we're playing football, the same rules applies to everybody. Because instantly when that happened, I said red card.
Yes, yes.
I love Sadio Mane with what he did for Liverpool and the way that he's played and the way but when you then look at that, you've got to be able to judge it purely on that and be able to say that's a red card.
Because now he's thinking, if Senegal makes it to the finals without Sadio Mane, how is it going to be? Do you understand?
Listen, I mean, you selected players. You have 23 players that are there available. You got 4 as a backup for the national team should the injuries happen before the tournament started. The tournament already started, so players already playing now. So, it was proven during the World Cup as well that some players could actually come forward and actually play without Sadio
take
Mane.
charge, yeah.
So
But,
it's not about that. But I think the reality is, if you're going to look at this incident and look at other incidents that you got red cards in this tournament,
This is a red card.
this really warrants a red card. But, at the end of the day, you're going to have a discussion over and over and above it.
But
I believe
the
that
Ivorians don't seem to have characters like your Didier Drogba's that would, that team, that golden generation, they might not have won the key matches, but they sure did win, arguments with the referees. They would have surrounded the referees. You have a big Yaya Toure looking down on you,
Yeah, you make that right.
Yes, there are no leaders in the Ivorian team right now telling the referee to go check out VAR again.
Yes. And
You know the thing is that you needed the players to start saying,
check VAR.
Yes.
can you have a look at it? So the ref made a decision, it's a yellow card, he's given a yellow card, play continues.
And they
Ivory
moved
Coast
on.
will have to make a change now because Ibrahim Sangare has actually had to leave the field of play.
And he's a very
One
key
team
player.
that's not very happy, he's a key player. Nottingham Forest are not going to be happy at all
Yes,
because now
yes.
they're losing a key player injured to the AFCON tournament.
I mean, the fact
Or they
that he
need
had to
everybody
be
else.
stretchered off, I know his reaction. It was like he was shot from the stands, like someone, someone shot him from the stands. But still, the fact that he had to be stretchered off.
Look, it's those tackle, and for me, it's about the following. It's almost like the handball rule.
Yeah.
It should just be because don't look at the hand. Is it in the way? Yes, it's in the way. It should be.
Way.
Is it a bad tackle?
Yeah.
Are studs up? Yes, they are. Is it causing damage to the player? It is. So it's aggressive. What more do you need? Because if somebody else does that and gets a red card, what are you saying? Like you're saying, the personality should not matter. The rules should matter. You should be able to play and be able to say.
But then that comes with the advantage of having big players in your team.
Because the refs looks at them separately and differently.
And that's what Ghana was lacking.
I don't think that's the story. I think sometimes you just need to have a referee that's
Strong enough
to stand up and make a decision.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you refer something to VAR because, for an example, the tackle like that one, VAR would have looked at it.
Yeah.
So if VAR said doesn't warrant a red card, if the referee felt strongly, could have actually gone and checked it himself to confirm if he believes a red card. But he to the decision is not a VAR situation that he's got control, and that's what happens.
But let me understand something. Is it the VAR team that gets to the referee, or is it the referee that needs to consult the VAR?
It's both ways.
Both ways. Sometimes what will happen, the referee will say, take a decision on the field of play and decide he's strong about it. They will communicate to say, no, it's okay.
Okay.
You know, unless they see
if he
something,
overrules them,
they will say to them, they'll say to Norman, you need to have a look at it again. You know, we think there's something untoward here.
So can we agree that the VAR team was also convinced that was a yellow card offense?
Yeah, no, they failed on
The
that
referee
one.
felt it was
I know AJ
yes.
said VAR had done well in terms of this tournament, but on that one decision, they've made the wrong decision. It's definitely the wrong decision.
Okay,
They should
so
have looked at-
Ivory Coast seems to be getting a bit more in the game, and that's for Fana dribbling in the
But now
midfield.
they need to have constructive dribbling.
Yes,
you
let
know,
them
if,
see.
if they were to bring you to my commentator, I'll fire you on the spot.
Oh, why?
Yeah,
Okay.
You know the sort of comedy you sit down and go like, where did they get this one from?
From Lagos. From Lagos, definitely.
Hey.
That's why they're coming back from the AFCON.
Okay, so Brian, actually, so this is your chance to now show us how it's done. How would you commentate this?
How do you handle it the Bremer Fuken way?
Yes, do it the Brian Mofokeng.
Which way is that?
Just give us a snippet.
Give us a snippet
Of what?
Of your
taking charge of the
commentating now.
game.
Yes, right now.
In charge of the game.
Yes.
Oh, what a push.
It's like one of the things that I always say to people is like, you know, when you listen to radio commentary,
Yes.
and then somebody said he's coming, you're thinking he's headed to the box, and
Yeah,
he crosses the halfway line. You can't have been so excited about the man coming.
No, but I like the way the South American commentators do it.
Yeah.
When it's a goal in Brazil, goal!
Kalu, that's a
The pictures
legend.
there. I mean,
Oh, Kalu.
That's a legend right there.
One of the ones that actually won the AFCON.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think he's too old to play?
Torre.
Do you think he's too old to play?
He certainly is.
Players decide when they don't want to quit. They're not like Dede, you know.
No, they don't like Rigobert's song where he
Is it
can
like
carry on forever. and
Rigobert's song?
Rigobert's song, we were like, song.
But
Surely
do you
it's
think
time.
it's time for Dede Ayew to leave the Ghana team?
Definitely.
I think so.
I think it's time for the Ghana team to leave Dede. Because
He doesn't call himself up.
Because there is that thing, and one of the things is that, unfortunately for them, they'll always be trying to live up to the legacy of their father,
yes,
or
yes.
surpass the legacy of their father.
Yes.
And what you've now the national team on its own is pressure because you are the Black Stars.
Yes.
Well, in this case, you're the Flow Stars, you know. But you want to be able to say
The Pink Stars.
With what has happened is that allow the players to grow and be able to play and flourish.
Yes.
Because a country as rich as a history as Ghana has and potential has, we can be held ransom by just two boys trying
Just
to
two
live
boys,
up to.
yes.
You guys are making it seem as if Dede comes up and sends a text and says, I'm in a squad. He doesn't do
No,
that.
I will not be
He gets
surprised.
called up.
No, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised,
But I'm
though.
saying even Jordan gets called up.
Yes.
You know what the problem is with Ghana?
Yeah.
And this is where we are not really being realistic and being honest. The Ghana of 2020, that's where your Dede, AU and them came from in 2009 after
Yes.
winning the World Cup
So
in under
they came
20.
from the under
So
20
they
that
came
won the
from
World Cup,
to the
yes.
World Cup
Yes.
into the 2010 squad.
Yes.
They played in Angola.
Yes.
Then they got promoted into the World Cup squad.
Yes.
All right? Since then, the only fresh players that have come up is your Mohamed Kudus.
Okay.
Those are the only fresh players that came up from that, after that squad of 2010. When Asamoah Gyan retired, did you have a replacement for him directly?
We did have, even in this AFCON, we had replacements, just that they are not being given the opportunity. Like our top scorer in the local Premier League did not even put on a jersey the whole AFCON. He was sitting in the stands.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
In a game when he played, the last game against
Yes.
Mozambique,
Yes.
leading 2-0.
Yes.
All right?
He took out
Jordan was playing on the left-hand side.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
He was cut inside.
Yes.
Kudus was playing just outside the penalty area
Yes.
where he looked very good and looked comfortable.
Yes.
You look dangerous when using the wing play.
Yes.
Why did you therefore sacrifice a player to bring in Dede?
Pencil.
All right?
Who gave us the penalty?
Because Pencil is the one that looked very good going forward and
Yes.
using
Yes.
those channels.
Yes.
You took him out and brought in Dede.
Yes.
Dede, if you try to play Dede wide,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the pace to play wide anymore.
Yes.
So eventually you lost that advantage that you had with Pencil.
Yes.
All right? When Mozambique scored a goal, Mozambique scored 2 goals in referee's optional time.
Yeah. 5 minutes.
So one thing is the penalty that came through
Caused by Dede.
caused by Dede. You got a yellow card after just coming onto the field. Okay?
Yes.
So that's where your problems are.
And let me tell you.
So you can't compare. You can't even sit at the same level here.
Do you know why Dede came on?
Yes. Why?
Because he wanted to break the record for the most capped player in the AFCON. That's the only reason why they brought Dede on. That's the only reason why they brought.
Who decided on that?
Bruno, let me say this.
That is how powerful they are. They're you brothers.
They are you brothers.
My guy, you know, if you're telling me that are you brothers decided they want to come onto the field of play and the coach made
Trust
them
me.
make sure they come into the field of play.
Because
Junior, I think I understand why you send your DH your
No, but Bruno, here's one of the things. Are we saying, and maybe I can hear where Junior is coming from, are they carrying such big a surname that
So
surname has got to
Sangare
be?
is still on the pitch miraculously.
Imagine Sadio Mane.
Al-Haji
El Hadji
Diop.
Diop.
Imagine Sadio Mane.
So you've got to be able to say, are there surname that big that Ghanaian?
Yes, they
that's why
are.
I said Ghanaian football has got to leave them.
Do you know the captaincy was stripped off Jan and given to Dede? Because he wanted to be captain of the Black Stars. You see, so
He wanted
to be the captain of the Black Stars. So now Dede and Asamoah Gyan, they don't even get along.
Okay. Enough of.
So there's a lot of
Enough of the,
We are watching a top class game.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
You moved it to the Ghana Nigeria story.
This is.
I'm trying to make sense of this. How did he get that?
Let me tell you. This isn't the therapy session for Junior because he's still recovering from Ghana getting kicked
Doctor
out.
on call.
I guess he's already on the couch.
Let me tell you, it was.
What is the problem, son? Tell me.
Look,
what
it
are you
was
suffering from?
it was the brutal way in which Ghana got knocked out. As of the 90th minute in that game, they were still in it.
I only
and
have
then
one problem.
Yeah.
Taxpayers'
Let's
money.
have a look at the set piece. Long ball played.
Oh.
And that's that's one when you have a goalkeeper like Mendy.
Yes, Mendy. No for it.
You already know that
Not
he's going to
for
win
it.
you matches.
No for it. How can you bring a third goalkeeper to come and be a national goalkeeper? What are you thinking?
He's not playing for his club.
Yes, for 18 months.
But and I think
almost 2 years.
So Mendy's form has always been like a bone of contention with so many people, especially Chelsea supporters.
Yeah.
Most of them feel that he's not that great.
Nah,
But I remember.
and I've always had a bone to pick with that. And yes, he played for Chelsea, and I don't know. And it's always this thing that you say African players get judged differently when they play in Europe compared to European players. A European player can make a mistake, and it's okay.
Yes.
But you have an African player that will make a mistake. You think, geez, crucify the man, and whatever the case may have been.
Yes.
And you want to be able to say, Mendy. I mean, even now, whoever his agent is. Kepa should go thank his agent, because if he was an African, he would never move from Chelsea, where you were not the number one, and you moved to Real Madrid. Your agent is going to be one of the best.
One of the best agents.
To be able to get you to move to Real Madrid.
I just quickly want to say something to everybody watching the show right now. Please drop your predictions in the comment section. We would like to know if you think Ivory Coast could actually perform an AFCON miracle right now and beat Senegal. Are we going to see? Are we about to see? Are we about to see sheep?
You need the following things. You need the juju to work.
And the prayers,
prophets to work.
the prayers. You should go to the mountains, the anointing oil, the sacrifices, the cows.
You know the question you got to ask at the line now is that when you're chilling in Nigeria, is there something you smoke that just makes you feel good? And you just start seeing things.
Let me tell you.
Or maybe it's
Right
the
now,
Nigerian girlfriend that he's trying to make sure that
No, not the Nigerian, Ivorian girlfriend.
Right now, it seems like we look at our sheeps disguised as elephants, and they're in the slaughterhouse at the moment, because Senegal seem to be in the ascendancy in this half. But
But the Ivorians are actually getting into the game though.
But
The Ivorians are really getting into the game.
you see.
Okay, guys, quickly.
But, hey,
I never asked you guys your predictions before we started the game.
Yeah.
Junior, we know you've predicted that certain teams would come back to Oro Tambo Airport. And you're going to be meeting them. You've also predicted that the Muritala Mohammed Airport
It's going to be very, very busy.
is going to be busy very soon
With Osimhen supporters.
with Osimhen supporters.
They'll be there to fetch him from the airport.
He's going straight to Napoli.
Oh, he says Nigeria's getting
soon.
kicked out in the next round.
Okay.
Well,
No, my top three: Senegal, Mali, and Cape Verde.
and Cape Verde. Okay, but now for this game.
So no,
For this
wait,
game.
we can't miss this moment.
Okay.
So he's top three, right? He's not mentioning Morocco. So who's gonna knock out Morocco?
Wait, so
Morocco is playing South Africa tomorrow.
yes,
Right.
All right?
yes.
And they're not already in his top three, so it means they're going out at some
So
stage.
you're saying Morocco,
Morocco is
we're not going to leave.
They're going to leave semi-finals.
Okay.
You're
So
confusing
you're
us.
saying that
You-
Morocco are going to defeat South Africa tomorrow.
Oh yes, that's that.
And then
that's
from
it.
there, they'll take on Cape Verde and
But-
win against Cape Verde.
I would like to correct you.
Okay.
Morocco is going to defeat Sundowns FC tomorrow.
No.
Why do you keep calling Bafana Sundowns?
Sundowns FC. Let's
It's the same as somebody saying when Spain won the World Cup, they were Barcelona.
Barcelona FC.
Okay, so I will accept the following.
You sound like a Chiefs fan.
Junior's hurted, guys. Please forgive
I
him.
will accept Junior calling South Africa Sundowns. Only if you accept the fact that we'll call the Black Stars the RU Stars.
They are you
I
stars.
have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
But Junior,
In fact,
one house. Now, Senegal versus Ivory Coast, what we're watching now.
yes.
Are you seeing a scoreline that they would spell Ivory Coast
No,
with the scoreline?
it can't happen in this game. It will not, even if Senegal was to win, it will not be more than 2 goals.
So your prediction is 2-0 to
2-0,
Senegal?
Yeah. 2-0 or a
So
draw.
you don't see Cote d'Ivoire scoring at all in this game.
They could, but
No, Junior,
2-0,
we
2-0,
want straight
2-0.
predictions. We
2-0.
don't want the
You know the
we
story
don't want
of,
you to
Brian
sit on the
McKnight has a
fence.
good song called Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. But that doesn't apply here. You know, it's either you say they win or they lose.
So you see no goals in this team?
I'm tempted to give a goal to Ivory Coast because they are the host country. Yes,
Sentimental.
that's what I'm trying not to be. Because they are the host
Football is
country.
not
It would be
sentimental.
nice for them to score a goal.
Let's have a look at this
But-
here.
Let's see.
Nice moment for the Ivorians' chance.
Laid off.
Too many touches.
Shoot.
Too many touches.
Oh man.
Remember, I said
look at-
you're
but-
gonna need to outwork Senegal because it's not just about the playing.
Yeah.
Senegal work very well as
The
players,
pressing.
individuals.
pressing
They
is
work
beautiful.
hard. So you're gonna have to outwork them for you to be able
Oh,
to get
that's
to
not
them.
nice to see.
Fofana is very upset with somebody.
with a teammate actually.
Yeah.
That's not very nice to see. I'm for you, Mpo.
No, I agree with Junior.
Yeah.
That's the only one of two things.
This is that we agree on today.
Otherwise,
Which is the other one?
what are we agreeing on? Are you the
Oh, the AU brothers.
yes,
Yeah,
the
they
IU
are.
stars?
You know, it's a problem because AU has become such a legend for Ghana in football.
He's tarnished his name now.
By doing what?
But
This
you know,
AFCON.
no, but,
This is the West. This is the West AFCON.
But everybody makes mistakes.
See, that was a chance there. He should have shoot. Why?
But for fun, the player on the outside. I mean, Sangare was calling for the ball. Why didn't he release the ball to Sangare? He was in a good position.
no, man. The headlines were saying Fofana scored.
It can't be that. It can't be that every day, man.
But
He scored a beauty in the opening of a tournament. You know,
He seems
when
to
they
be
won
the
by
key
2 goals
for
to nil.
them.
But
But they've only scored
No,
two
but
goals the whole
sometimes you got to
AFCON.
share. But they see that is where the difference is when I'm poor.
As-
Look at what Mane is doing.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
wanted to say. You've got to be able to have somebody who's able to say, my experience tells me I've pulled 3 people.
Yes.
Let me lay it off.
Let me lay it off.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Give the ball to a player in a better position. And you've got to be able to have those moments where you are not
Okay,
the
let's
be all
see.
and end all of the
He
team.
said,
Penalty.
Penalty.
Wait,
half.
Penalty
Wait,
on
wait,
the
wait.
halfway
Oh
line.
no! I just I just saw the line.
No,
I just saw the line, and I was looking for a penalty.
Now you have penalties everywhere.
No, I mean even in
He watched the World Cup, Rugby World Cup. So he knows penalties are given anyway.
Yes, yes. Like I was telling him, we saw the Egyptian goalkeeper mimicking what's the name of
Gian-
the guy?
Gian.
Gian's 2010 World Cup penalty. That
yeah,
was
because
that was very.
Asamoah was rosette there at Soccer City.
I'm telling you,
And that was painful. eh?
tried
That was
tried to score a rugby
think
Every
try.
time
Even
we
till
were
now,
backing them.
till
now.
we and you know,
Bagana.
But even so,
So,
now,
so
I don't
what
think he
about
has
you,
recovered from
Brian?
it.
What's your prediction of this game?
Listen, I know Senegal will win this game, given the fact that they've scored already. You know, but I still believe that Cote d'Ivoire will be able to get a goal in this game.
Wow. So
They'll get a goal
2-1?
in this game.
they're not getting a goal with free kicks taken like
You know,
that. That was
no,
a
you
very
know,
poor
But they
free
will-
kick.
they will get a goal.
You know, there's a song, I believe I can fly.
I believe.
Brian is there.
I guess today we are dedicating songs to each
So
other.
that was Seri with that very poor free kick. These players, are they in this game? I can't feel.
No, they
the
are. Their
soul
parents are.
of Ivory Coast. They don't seem like.
But remember what I said. And here's the thing, and Brian maybe can elaborate on it. Look at teams that have won the AFCON. It's been a year as you miss this season, but you end up in the final. You look good. There's continuity that then you come back and you would win.
Yeah.
You look at Morocco.
So at the moment, sorry to cut you short there. At the moment, the players going on a water break right now.
Cooling break, yes.
Yeah, cooling break, water
maybe there's
break.
Kool-Aid there. So you then look at a team like Morocco. They may not have won, but they have carried forward that team. There's been team that's been together. They've got a lot of youngsters that are coming that have done well from junior teams.
Yes.
Now, if you take Senegal, you take Morocco as your 2 examples. You then say, what is Cote d'Ivoire? Are there players that are saying the team has done well as a collective? And then it allows certain individuals to be able to shine, because you can tell within the Senegal team who's going to take over from Mane when Mane leaves. You can tell who's going to be taking over from when the likes of Koulibaly leave, because their under 23s, their under 20s at junior levels are doing so well that it's going to be. And that harmony within the team is something that is. But within Cote d'Ivoire, you don't get that unity in the team. You don't get that somebody who is bringing up the young. And those are things that are worrying, because you're then saying, where does the future lie for Cote d'Ivoire?
You know what is also important is we always talk about the succession plan. You know, who comes up next, what happens going forward.
That was a great goal.
The fact that Lamine Camara has been part of this Senegalese national team after having played in a Chan tournament, under 23 tournament, under 20 tournament, by the way. He went to sign for Mets. He found himself back in the World Cup squad. He was sitting, he never played, but he was part of this team that went to the World Cup.
Just
So he's been rubbing shoulders with Mane for a long
The high
time.
and the mighty.
You know, he's been behind these senior, this mighty team of Koulibaly, of Gay of this world that has been solid. He's been part of the team for a long time.
Yes.
You know, and he's just won the Young Player of the Year. You know, in the recent CAF Awards. So you can see that his stature as a player is something else, because he got there to play for the B side of Mets. Within a space of 3 months, he was already part of a senior team. So he comes here, massive experience.
Quite confidence.
He's a confident young man. I mean, you saw the two goals he scored.
Yes.
When he scored a brace and he also played assist, he got a man of the match in that game. He was rested the following match. He's back in the starting 11 today. So you can see that a succession plan. There's a plan as to who comes in and who leaves.
Yes.
You know?
The Zagallo element where the likes of
That's the
Ronaldo
thing.
were part of the World Cup, didn't play, didn't touch a ball. But what he went to do on beyond that, and you've got to be. But also remember what we were saying about a coach. Now, does Cote d'Ivoire, do the players know what the coach wants? You've got a coach who stayed there longer. You've got players that have played together for so long.
That have
No, but they're looking better now than in their previous game, though.
yeah, but they're not looking like a team that
They're fighting. They're fighting. They're actually fighting in this game.
You see,
You got to feel for Seri, because, you know, chasing Mane goes down, a free kick is given against him. And the problem is it's going to be the balance between the ref and how they play this
and the
match.
personality.
Because already you have seen that foul that Mane had on Sangare. That was punished with a yellow card, where we all felt should have been a red
should have
card.
been a red card.
All right? Now, you want to see a moment, you don't want to see a moment where
So he gets a red
there's a
card.
retaliation from a player at some point in this game. Because if you look at the game yesterday between Guinea and Equatorial Guinea, how did Equatorial Guinea lose the game? Very simple. They had a red card given to their key player in the middle of a park. One. Number two, the most trusted player to score goals, which is their captain, Emilio Nsue, missed a penalty. At the death of that game, Dio finds the back of the net, it's all over. You know?
Yeah.
So
Dio.
this is how the matches are played. Today, between the game between Cape Verde
and Mauritania.
and Mauritania. Mauritania were controlling the game. They actually were matching Cape Verde for everything.
Yes.
Until
The penalty,
Keita went off,
Yeah.
and they made a change on the right-hand side of the field, which allowed, for the first time, Cape Verde to start exploiting the space. You know? Tavares come off the bench, a cheap header towards the goalkeeper, intercepted, goalkeeper makes a foul, and Niasse, who's had a wonderful tournament, makes that foul, a penalty scored. Ryan Mendes steps up, scores a goal. Now, if you go back and look at that game, you realize there were 3 opportunities where Mauritania could have scored. You know, where they had a chance
Yes,
there,
actually,
where Suleiman missed an open net, putting the ball wide. They had a one-on-one also situation going forward. Vozino came off and they didn't do the job. And Bebe was not even at his best today. Cabral didn't even have a good game.
Sorry to interrupt you. Currently, Ivory Coast is leading on ball possession.
Yes.
That's quite impressive, though.
We're going to get the analytics of the game very soon, but I wanted to ask you guys about the first 11 of the group stages. If you agree with the team, I mean the players that have been chosen.
Give us the first 11. I know.
Okay,
I saw the mail on that.
So
Who's in goals?
in goals is
Ofori.
Jesus Owono of Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Is that a wonderful stage? Is that a wonderful tournament overall?
And then defenders, Hakimi at right back.
Hakimi's on reputation.
Yes, I mean,
Because, and I'll tell you why. And it's not because they have not played any team that has actually put them on a back foot that you actually get to see the ability of Hakimi. Nor has he been that brilliant in terms of going forward. So if he's not been brilliant at defending nor going forward, but the team has been able to get through, for me, when I saw that, I was like, that's on reputation more than it is about performance. There are players that when you look at them, you say, they've put in a shift.
Yeah.
But because they are not, you are going, it's like a Ballando
yes, I mean,
type of a situation.
All right.
okay, Hakimi and then Koulibaly is in the middle, and then we have Naif Aguid or Aguid, right, from Morocco.
Yeah.
And then we have Arthur Masuku from Congo, right,
Arthur's
in
been
defense.
solid.
So
DR
that's
Congo,
the left back. In midfield, Onai, that's you can't disagree with. He's been incredible. And Amrabat of Morocco, that plays for Manchester United.
Nice.
Nobody for Manchester United should be in any group.
No, but
Eddie 11.
No.
Eddie
Okay.
tournament
Just
11.
because there's
No,
certain.
I'm just joking.
So you say Amrabat is there?
yeah,
And then who else?
Amrabat is there, and Lamin Kamara. They make the midfield.
So here's my thing, and
Which
forget-
Kamara are you referring to?
Lamin Kamara.
and
There's no
look,
way.
the two of them,
I
Bruno,
mean,
have got a problem. Because where do you put Mukwe in the net?
So I'm saying that if you look at that, then where do you put Pina? Pina who plays for Cape Verde. You know, where do you put the Gassama who plays for Mauritania?
It's a
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or vote.
You know, where do you put? Today, if you look at it, without Gassama playing even today, the Mauritanians still look very good because their captain was really key for them on the right hand side. So I don't agree with that.
I would even put Ismail Assar before Lamin.
So Morocco dominates that.
Yeah, Morocco dominates the midfield, and then the forwards we have Gelson.
Let's see
Dala.
now. Let's look at Cote d'Ivoire.
Some beautiful game by Ivory Coast so far. Some very, very beautiful game. Actually, this is the first time I've seen Senegal
first time
under
they've,
pressure in this
Yeah,
tournament.
but for me,
See, there's
they're
Sangare
not,
again.
they're not decisive.
But the
enough
building
in
is
the
not
Not bad.
final third.
It's like having position in the wrong places.
It
where
is the line that has been held by Senegal at the back. They're not
Yeah.
allowing space to be able to
you
exploit.
can have the ball in all that space.
You can have the
when
space,
you
but
get
if
to the
you get to the dangerous
what
part,
a
there's
dive.
no way through. You know, so that's where the problem is. So they need to try and break that.
And break the air or shoot from the outside if possible.
And you know, is Senegal allowing them to play, or you know,
Remember, you've
If
got
you're
to be
playing
able
in
to
this heat,
spin in them.
if you're
Yeah,
playing in this heat,
that's humidity.
one of the things you need to do, you need to try and preserve your energy.
Yes.
They scored a goal. Cote d'Ivoire's got to go with them. They will go on the break Senegal and they do get the ball as they're doing now.
so Senegal on the break and
Sadio Mane with the ball. Nice defense by Ivory Coast.
nice.
Beautifully done there.
Okay, Ivory Coast need to release the ball a whole lot. I mean, Cote d'Ivoire need to release the ball a whole lot quicker.
Chance now. Let's have a look at this.
You see, here's the
And they don't
Can't try and
communicate.
go through the
No.
players.
But also
you need
the-
to try and play the ball
Too
early.
many
They're not
people are trying
passing.
to be individuals
Yeah,
instead
they're
of
playing
just
as
playing
individuals.
But that's how Ivory Coast they've always been though. That's always been their game plan.
together.
Let's have a look at
Too many
Why
touches.
chest? Why try and move with the ball?
Oh,
What a moment.
Fofana seems to be the key for Ivory Coast right now.
He's the player that everybody said, in the absence of some of the other players, he's going to come to the party. And really, I have to say, he had a good first game.
Good start.
And then from there,
It almost looked like he wanted to be
he wants
the
to
player. Of
yeah,
the
he
tournament.
overdid it
Yeah.
in some matches where I felt he should have allowed other players to really support to come in and really be able to go, you know. So
Was he the player that was shouting at his fellow?
Yes.
yes, he is. It is him.
And I think it's important for Ivory Coast to be the next one that scores.
Yes.
Because if they don't, it will be like that game that Brian was commentating on in Durban when a certain team lost in the cup final and people ran on the
Oh, you would never
Whose
win.
game was that one?
field. When Chiefs lost to TS Galaxy.
Oh, the final of the cup tie where Lepasa came off the bench and scored.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
See, that's for
now,
fun.
now they're showing the hunger.
That's what
The
you should be
fight is
doing.
on, my friend. This is what you want to
Okay.
see. Let's see
Yeah.
what the
This is the
will do.
final for me, Connor.
What do you mean
keep
it's the
saying
final?
this.
No, because
What do you mean?
I don't see any other game getting as intense as this.
What?
Could be.
Which game do you predict?
If when you
Which game do you predict to get as intense as this?
Junior has
Because-
a
what-
fever.
what-
What are you
see,
talking about?
this-
How was this game intense?
It's intense based on historical background. Okay,
Okay,
this
give
is
us the
Ivory Coast.
history.
This Ivory Coast being one of the top countries in African football against Senegal. That's the reigning country.
Yeah.
No matter how bad Ivory Coast has been playing in this tournament,
Yeah.
they'll make sure they rise to this occasion.
Yes.
But have they
Yes,
really
sir.
risen though?
And they're the host country. Don't forget that they are the host country. Whose only hope is?
We all know that, you know. But when Cote d'Ivoire at the same time have a history of losing 2 matches in a group stage when they host. They did it in 1984 as well.
You know.
So if imagine,
Yeah.
let's put things into perspective.
Okay.
If we didn't have the third finishers going through, they were out.
They were
Yes.
out.
Yes. Well, that didn't happen, and they're here.
But I'm saying, if we didn't have,
Yes.
given how they performed in their first 3 matches,
Yes.
you cannot lose by 4-0 at home
No.
in a stadium that is named after one of your presidents.
Well, maybe because
Ouattara.
politically they think, no, this one was not the best.
No, but I'm saying, if you look at it
No, I'm
now,
just
you
kidding.
yeah, but I'm just saying, in general, you have all these fans that have come to your stadium. They've packed the stadium to the rafters.
Yeah, today it's amazing.
You know what I mean? All the matches, even when they
That
played
is-
against Nigeria, there were 50,000 fans in the stadium. They availed 50,000 tickets, 49,000, almost just a short of 50,000 were sold. And they lost that game by 1-0. They played against Equatorial Guinea in their last group match. Got walloped 4-0.
By Equatorial Guinea. But the
Now try and make they don't sink in.
No, and that's not all the numbers you're giving me. Okay,
No, but what I'm saying-
But the rivalry,
Now-
Let's talk about it. Why are you saying there's tension? What tension is there?
the West African rivalry.
No,
Here's the-
the rival was the one you saw between Nigeria and Cameroon.
Yes,
The
That's
tension
also
is not the
rivalry.
same as this.
No,
That's
but
true.
but you could put this on the same level though.
no, but
I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah,
No,
I'm
but
just
you've
putting you.
got to be able to say the following things.
Yes.
Cote d'Ivoire has relied a lot on reputation more than they have on the football that they've played. So there was a golden generation of Didier, the likes of
Kalu, who is in the stadium right now.
the
Torre,
Yaya, the Torre brothers.
Javino.
Javino, yes.
And once that had left,
You remember Ataboka?
Boca.
so once that has
they had
left,
then.
what has Cote d'Ivoire done beside? It was like what we were saying about Egypt. Ever since they won the
African Cup in India.
In
how far
3
back?
successive.
Have they done anything that
2010.
you still say these are a giant of football? Besides,
But,
yes, at
but
club level, their
Egypt
teams
didn't
are.
Fair
have a
enough.
bad
Fair
turnover.
enough,
This
what
guy-
you're saying.
You can't go through people, man. You've got 9 other players that are there.
Have you seen Ivory Coast playing better than they've done in the previous 3 games?
Yes.
Their best performance was the opening game.
Their
opening
opening game,
Against-
they
The
opening game
were
was the best.
amazing.
Against,
Guinea-Bissau.
thank you. You can't compare that
But
to
also
Senegal,
this
though.
tournament
Okay,
has said
okay.
that the
Who
gap there-
are you trying to compare them to? To Senegal?
Yeah. Like the opposition they faced in that game compared to what they're facing right now, those are two different.
But the same oppositions you're talking about, those are 2 different things. Those teams, all of them. Equatorial Guinea, all of them.
Oh, so that's a breakaway.
That's a
That's
breakaway.
penalty, don't cause a penalty.
That's
Because those
Mane.
now, ooh, that should have been. But did that ball not go over?
No, it didn't. Okay. Oh,
Sandane
momentum
did well
lost.
there. Jacobs and the referee, what is he saying now?
I think
Give
they
him a
are
free
just
kick.
looking to.
Oh, Mane.
and he glides
he's,
through. Huh?
He's playing like a winger nowadays. He's not so
But he's
central
always
for
been a
Senegal.
winger.
Has he always been a winger?
No, but it didn't go.
still in
Ismaila.
play.
Ismaila. Oh.
Ismaila Sarr, that ball is still in play.
Ismaila Sarr's been incredible, but he didn't really impress me for Watford. His time at Watford, it wasn't really that amazing
Where?
in the English game.
Where?
Watford. He played for Watford. Ismaila.
It's a Watford.
You know the best joke I had this weekend was the goal when the goal was scored by Lookman.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
The biggest joke was when the goalkeeper came off the line, Ondwa.
Yes.
All right, and he said, "Look, man, I thought I had it covered."
Oh, Nigerians have been trolling Cameroonians all over Twitter. You know?
But Onana is probably a happy guy, you know.
Oh man.
He didn't play, and then Ondwa made a mistake because the goal that was scored, the first goal scored by Nigeria, should have been a goal. How that was ruled offside, that's been a story that I was not sure about.
So as we watched Cameroon Nigeria, Christoph said something very interesting. He said Andre Onana is a terrible goalkeeper. Do you believe that, Andre Onana, as a goalkeeper?
I'm watching Cote d'Ivoire now.
No, I was just talking. Obviously,
Ivory Coast is really impressing me
let's
so
put it
far.
this way. Let's
Cote
put it
d'Ivoire
this
is
way,
impressing me.
As what he did in Serie A,
yeah.
brilliant.
He was brilliant.
What he did
This
in
is the-
Milan
this is the Ivory
was
Coast that we know.
brilliant. But now, form has eluded him.
Oh, okay.
This is the Cote d'Ivoire that we know.
So Cote d'Ivoire seem to be whipping those balls in and getting back in the game.
Rev, come on. That was
Is
the
it
first
me or
one.
the ref is a bit soft?
You know what the problem is when it comes to Onana? You spoke about how well he did in the previous teams, and he got to Manchester United.
Yes.
Sometimes as a player, you need to adapt to where you're playing. Don't want the team to play the way you know how to play. Because you need to adapt to the conditions around you.
But did the coach not? Because when you look at that history of where he comes from,
Yeah.
Because now it almost feels like Ten Hag is trying to put the Ajax team together, and that's what he expects. And the people that he have are not Ajax built, are not Ajax.
Yeah, but
developed.
the management brought him there looking for whatever they're looking for. So
Yeah.
you got to think about it. When he got there, the first thing he did was he knew Ronaldo was going to be a problem because he was not in the dressing room, so he had to do something about it.
Ooh, that was a long range shot.
So
from-
those are some
who
of the
was
things you
that?
got to think about. But the reality
So Onana
is
was now having to play in a team that does not play to his strength.
yes, because he is not willing to change to play the way the team plays. Sometimes you need to be able to
Sir,
adapt to whatever
no, sir.
where you are.
Was
and
that
play in
Sa?
The other sir,
Okay.
Not Ismaila.
Let me see.
the PM sir. Come on.
Diakite is not getting it right, eh?
No,
Yeah.
he's not. He's either trying to go.
He's trying to go around
trying
the
too
player
much.
continuously.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
so
trying to
that
do
was Pape Matassa that took that long range shot. Guys, can Senegal be proud of this performance? This
Even
first
Ivory
half
Coast, even
performance?
Ivory Coast will be proud of this
Here's the
performance so far.
You've got to be able to measure it as follows. You may not be proud of performance. Performance is important, but you've got to be able to say, have you kept your shape as a defensive unit?
Don't be
Yes, you
making
have.
don't be making such mistakes,
And
man.
then if you hold that shape, that's your first key. When you, in this humidity, you've got to be able to say you'll play in patches. If you've got 10 minutes of domination, and then you get then there's got to be a time that you've got. What
Too
is
many
it people-
touches, too many touches.
Fofana is not left.
Yes.
So you have to bring the ball back to his right every time. That's the problem.
Nobody attacking the ball.
But while not everybody
too long
is
to
taking
release the ball.
but also Brian, you've got to look at the defense of Senegal. Koulibaly is tall. If you're playing anything in the air,
Koulibaly is tall with a very big head.
and you're playing to his strength, they
yeah.
can do that the whole evening.
The whole day, yeah.
And
That's the strength of the Senegalese defense. They're very good aerially.
Ooh, this runner.
Okay.
Ooh.
There seems to be a breakaway. Seems to be
dangerous.
a
This is
second
dangerous
goal
now.
coming. Ooh.
Well intercepted there.
Very
But you see,
critical
nobody's
interception.
trying to overrun the ball. They will get you in the counter, and everybody's. Mane could have still tried to run, but
Yes.
he's been able to say, "You are in a better position. Yes, it may not have come off, but."
Guys, okay, it's halftime, and at halftime it's 1-0.
No man, surely there should have been more optional time.
You see,
Okay.
this is what they need to confront the referee on certain decisions, you know.
Yeah, I mean they could have confronted the referee on
the Mane foul.
On
Yes,
the
that's
Mane
what
foul.
Bradley is complaining about. Because see there, look at the push. Oof. yeah, you forgot
Yes.
the job.
At least the Ivorian coach is a bit animated there. So at halftime, we're seeing a 1-0 scoreline. Senegal scoring after 3 minutes. And the goal was scored by Diallo, actually, in the 4th minute. Guys,
Happy with
or let me say gentlemen.
So
Let
let
me
me
say
put let me
gentlemen.
put this way. For me, I expected some fight back.
Let's start. You know, we have a Ghanaian in our midst.
So we got to
He's
start at the
still-
basement.
He's still
So
recovering
you start from the basement and you work your way up.
Yeah, Junior's still recovering from, what happened with
Tomorrow
with
by
the
this
Black
time, I'm
Stars.
sure a couple of countries will also be in the basement. with us. So yeah.
Okay, so Junior,
Yeah.
what have you seen so far in this game?
And to be honest with you, Adolani, I did not expect Cote d'Ivoire to play the way they are playing. I'm impressed with how they are playing. You know, they considered an early goal, which I thought would affect their psyche, but they've come back into the game. They've warmed up into the game, and now they are actually putting some pressure on Senegal. I'm happy with how they're playing. And if they continue like that, they should be able to have a goal or two in the second half.
In the second half. And you, Umpo, what have you seen in the game so far? Can the Ivorians be proud of themselves? What do you think the coach also needs to do tactically in the second half?
Look, from an Ivorian perspective, is that you conceded way too early.
Yes.
And that conceding of way too early means that then the game changes. You've got to go and change and chase the game.
Okay.
With chasing the game, you've got to need to be players to be able to say, you're not going to run through players. You're not going to run through a wall. Play off each other, play off the angles, play off the small spaces. You look at Mane being able to monitor the ball around and move the ball around to the Sa. And you've got Fofana who's trying to run through everything. And on the right, they're also trying to use your teammates. Use them. Give me the ball, pass the ball into space. While Senegal is well organized, they're not good when you turn them around. Because you've got the Koulibalys who are not the quickest to be able to turn around and be able to get into that. But if you keep knocking crosses over, you're now Koulibaly all day long. Just and if Koulibaly can't get it, Mendy's there to get it. But from a Senegal perspective, the expectation was they're going to go able, because for me, I thought it's going to be an emotional game from Cote d'Ivoire. So absorb whatever it is that they give you, catch them on a counter, and be able to then say, because now the pressure goes on to Cote d'Ivoire to try and get a goal. In trying to get a goal, you're opening yourself up. You're opening yourself up, and that's where the problem could be.
You know, just to add on to that, I think also what I want to see in the second half. You got Serge Aurier in the starting 11. You already know that he's an aging player. I believe a single would eventually give them more impetus going forward, if you'd ask me. Konan is pinned back. He is unable to make the run and go forward and join the attack. So that's a problem.
He's got to
Max Gradel comes in today, and you expect him to literally show what he can do, impose himself more. But in fact, you're seeing Seri as well as Sangare trying to orchestrate and build things. Okay. I just think that at halftime, the coach must speak to Fofana and tell him, once you've actually gone over the center half, try and pick out your crossways. Try and get the ball.
Holding on to the ball way too long.
Waiting with the ball for way too long doesn't help.
Poorly.
Try and release the ball early. Diakite needs to get involved more in the game. He hasn't crossed a single ball. He's always gone. He tried to go around. Right. Going through players won't help them because you can see.
Also, aerially, they would never win against.
No, but besides that, I mean, if you look at some of the balls that came in there, Koulibaly missed. They could have really capitalized on those, but they're not doing that. The problem is they're trying to go through players. They're trying to find a way to score beautiful goals. Sometimes you don't have to score beautiful goals. Just find the back of the net, square a goal, which is what you need to do. But I see a problem. If Sergio Aurier remains on the field of play against Mane in the second half, that's going to be where the hole is going to be. They'll try and get in there, because comes the second half when the game is still 1-0 and you get into the latter part of the game, Cote d'Ivoire is going to try now, they become desperate or try and commit more bodies forward. With the sort of mobile players that Senegal has, there might be a problem. We really didn't see much of Kamara in the first half. And Kamara is a player that comes in when the game is literally when the players look a bit tired. That's when he comes in
with that energy.
He comes with that energy. He'll always pick up the loose balls outside the penalty area. Diallo has made himself very good. He's imposed himself well. You need Klasso to do the same thing on the other side.
Yes.
If they can do that, we might see silent change in the second half, which is where Cote d'Ivoire can be able to grab this game and try and perform better. But at the moment, look at this goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's what I was saying.
8 players. You've got 8 players.
You can't even say they were aerially marking.
8 Ivorian players.
And there were 3.
And there were 5 which were there in a penalty area. 6 in a penalty area. And 3 of those are around the man that intercept and gets the ball. The ball gets played right in there. He loses all of those players because that one is facing his own goal. And then one, you can see there in the middle that it is Sangare is taking back.
Too far.
Everybody's too far. He's got so much space to take a shot.
2 guys made them.
Goodness, but what a strike that was.
But the excellent play from Mane is what you gotta applaud.
Yes.
That's how he managed to pull the players to the line, to the goal line, and then cut the ball back.
So what we're seeing so far in this first half is 2 shots each from both sides, 1 shot each on target. Ball possession, it seems like
Which one was on target from Cote d'Ivoire? Unless you're talking about that head that literally was just collected.
Yeah, I think it was.
yeah, well that's what the stats say here.
Yeah, I know. Stats are actually tied by human.
The possession, the Ivorians have 63%.
Yeah,
And it's to be expected.
And Senegal was just basically sitting back and watching them play. Really, they don't need the ball.
No, they don't.
In the first half, they've done the needful.
You can have the ball anywhere
as much
around,
as you want, yeah.
but it's not in that areas that are
a dangerous
dangerous
area.
to anything else.
So Senegal have 37% of the ball, and then the passes 255 to the Ivorians, 154 to Senegal. So the Ivorians have more passes at this stage. The pass
Where were those
accuracy-
passes?
Yeah.
Where were those passes?
You've got to look at who probably, if you look at which player has most passes, you're probably looking at their centre back
Yes,
being the ones that have
and
that.
then, yeah.
The way that Senegal have done is to say we'll sit back and we'll be able to have this low block,
Yes.
and you can play around there. It's
there.
like it's just like in the EPL. You allow Arsenal to be at the top of it when there's no trophy inside. But by the time you get to the business end of it, that's where Senegal then play the pressing game. They're playing man to man and then allowing you very little space in terms of turning around.
And in terms of pass accuracy, we see the Ivorians are on 88% and Senegal 80% pass accuracy.
See that moment. Look at that moment there, Adelani, where you have Fofana turning in a penalty area.
Yes, and couldn't get the ball through.
One
And
He's
he
got
couldn't
too
get the
many
ball.
touches.
He's got too many touches, one. And he's got two players behind him because they know he's a dangerous player. But he's got two players wearing same orange colors as him on his outside on the left, and he's got one on the left on the right-hand side. What does he do? He turns directly into the opposition.
And he loses the ball there.
That is decision making. So that's where the problem is. That's what I'm saying when you talk about the shots they've had. Where? Because they've been unable to do anything with the ball when they had it. They run with the ball. Carry. You can't carry too much. You know, coaches will tell you this ball is round.
Brian,
Play the ball into spaces. The ball will get there.
Hold
You don't
that.
have to take the ball there.
Hold that thought because we're going to come back in the second half. Talk more about these shots you think I'm imagining, you think I made up, but the stats
No. I'm
say
not saying anything about
there's
it. I'm
one
just
shot.
saying that
Don't worry,
those
we'll
shots
sort
have
it
done
out.
nothing.
And
He's
also-
Nigerian. I would not be surprised if he
And
made it
also,
up.
gentlemen, I don't know. The
They
chair,
make no profits
my
when they
chair
make
right now, I don't trust Junior, He's from Ghana. I don't know what is put on my chair that is making it a bit shaky, but I'm going to sort it out. We'll be back after the break with this exciting, incredible game between Senegal and Ivory Coast. Fut-Afrique presents Game On. Tell a friend to tune in to the live watch along right now. Welcome back. Such a captivating game so far. We've seen one of the best goals of the tournament. Well, in my opinion, Senegal, the Lions of Teranga, are still ahead. We're 5 minutes into the second half. Cote d'Ivoire are still looking for an answer, and I'm still with the winning team. I'm still with Mr. Ghana here, recovering from what happened with the Black Stars. Don't worry, he will get better by the end of the 90 minutes. We're going to work him through the pain. We're still with Umpo, the loudmouth. And now Umpo is saying that Cote d'Ivoire actually have a chance in this second half. Am I putting words in your mouth?
Yes,
or?
you are. The way that they're playing is very dangerous, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's now they are now under pressure to find something, and in their pursuit of that goal, now
They might leave the back exposed.
Now you're leaving Mane and Diallo open because they don't need to carry the ball. They need fewer chances. So now where they are, desperation is going to leave them open.
Sorry, I need to talk to my viewers again. I need to talk to all my friends watching. There's another watch-along party tomorrow. South Africa, Umpo's team is going to be playing the Atlas Lions of Morocco. And we have our twin savers bought in bulk for Umpo in case he's crying tomorrow.
I call that game the goodbye game.
The goodbye. Julian,
No, but you can't.
Julian says,
Why basement should not be a top floor standard? You can't comment on what you don't have.
yes, and also we have one of the best commentators in the country, Mr. Brian Mofokeng, is still here with us. Brian, what are you seeing in this second half so far? Is Ivory Coast?
Hey, too many touches.
Oh,
See, that's what they need to do more. Maybe just whipping some crosses. instead of
Yes.
just going
so
to
the
line.
Ivorians for now, they seem to be holding on to the ball. The ball nearly broke to, was it Mane there?
There's just lack of communication there.
Brian, what can we expect from the Ivorians in this second half?
If you look at from a tactical point of view, you need to start having the wing play come in more. Okay. But when they cross, they mustn't cross the ball high. Must actually be keeping it midpoint
And
or
cutbacks.
right at the bottom, or try and play cutbacks, which will work out much better. Because Fofana will always arrive late into the penalty area. If they can get the ball to Fofana late, he'll be able to hit the Senegalese. But you try and play long balls, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
You know, that's routine.
Playing into their hands.
That's cash practice all day for Mendy.
So could we potentially see
Wow.
That's a
Beautiful.
good ball. You see this? Whooped in from the left-hand side now. Diakite is looking much better in the second half.
Oh, what a dangerous cross.
There
What a
should have been a
dangerous
player. The
cross.
Max Gradle is no longer as sharp because he should have been there. Should have attacked that ball.
You don't normally get such balls into the 18 of Senegal.
Look at Krasso. Look at Krasso making a run. Koulibaly just cutting Krasso. Where is the player on the second post? There's nobody in the second post to get at the end of that one.
Yes.
So you sometimes you got to look at this basic stuff.
Yes, and it seems right now that Ivory Coast are the ones pinning Senegal back, but Senegal could catch them on the break, and this is what Umpo was talking about.
Penalty.
That's a penalty.
That's a No,
that's not
That's a
penalty.
penalty.
That's a penalty.
They can't give a penalty like that.
No. VAR must look at that's a penalty. Forget that refs made some lousy decisions before not sending money off. But you've got to look
Yes,
at the,
we were going to talk
compensation.
about
No, but you can't compensate.
the Mane tackle. The Mane tackle.
That's another
Wait.
one that the referee is gonna have to look at this one here. Pape Sarr this time just pushing the player off
You see,
after the ball is gone. Now he's telling Mane, move away. I've got to deal with this. There's a player down in the penalty. You know what is very interesting, Adelani?
Right.
Let's have a look at this here. You see, that is Ismail Assar.
Is that enough to give a penalty?
think
That's a
so.
cheap one. That's a cheap
What do you mean
one.
don't
it's a cheap
think
one?
so.
Hey,
That's
this
a
is
cheap
not steak.
one.
It doesn't
The
look
man,
Look at that step.
that's a penalty for
That's
me.
a
He
penalty.
caught his ankle there.
Yeah.
That's a penalty. The man had to jump over his leg.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah, he tripped himself.
Now, actually,
You know, I tell you,
I'm
Ismail Assar there
that's
was
a-
always falling.
Yeah, it was off balance coming into that.
Yeah, so when he just wanted to get himself into the penalty
Yes.
area. He got him there.
So I believe the referee's waiting to give him a yellow card. If I were Ismail Assar, I would stay down much longer.
No, but I don't
You know?
think he deserves a yellow. Is there
No,
contact?
yellow
No,
card.
he deserves a yellow card
For what?
because he tripped himself. He tripped himself.
Did he
Did
appeal?
you not see that, Junior?
No, he did trip himself.
But you cannot
He did
talk
trip
about
himself.
that. You know, Junior
Guys,
penalties.
Junior's not
Junior's from
okay,
Ghana
guys.
penalties. Just now, he makes up penalties as we go, right?
Judy, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Oh, see, he tripped himself.
You see,
He tripped. Oh,
Look, you've always got to take into mind that players, when they get into that stage, they'll also try and buy penalties.
Yes.
Any type of contact you want to be able.
Oh.
So any
yeah.
contact that I feel, it doesn't matter whether I could have moved forward, and you're able to now put that.
could this game
You know what is the funny thing about this game here? You know, Junior was talking about the powerhouses we have playing at the moment. You know, but what is surprising is that they're only meeting for the third time in the AFCON.
Yeah.
That for me is quite
wow.
surprising, because they met in 1965, they met in 1986. So that's only the third time they're meeting at the AFCON tournament. And that for me is one where I say
only the fourth time?
only the third time.
Third time.
Third time they're meeting at the AFCON tournament. The
That
last
is
time they
strange.
met was in 1986, the last
Look
time
at
they
that.
met.
Look at that.
First time was
1986.
over
That's
38
over-
years ago,
yes.
the last time they met
Yeah,
at the
so-
AFCON. And they also have the other meeting was when they met in 1965, the first meeting. You know, they've met in other qualifying competitions of the AFCON itself, but they've not really been.
So they've met 3 times, 1965?
They met twice. This is the third time today.
Oh, wow.
65,
65 and
85, 86.
1965, 86.
At the AFCON.
65, I was not even a thought.
Oh, wow.
My parents were not even.
Oh, my
But also
goodness.
funny enough is
Nice.
that there's always been just one goal in it.
Just one goal.
1-0
In
Cote d'Ivoire.
1965, who won?
65 1-0 Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh, Cote d'Ivoire
86
won.
1-0 Cote d'Ivoire as well.
Oh, wow.
So this one can be 2-1.
So history's been written. It can't be 1-0 Cote d'Ivoire. That's a big, it can't be 1-0 Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh, that is so interesting. The last time these two
But Cote
sides met
d'Ivoire is in charge
is
of this game right now.
1986.
Look, traditionally, Cote d'Ivoire has always been a powerhouse. Senegal has just been growing.
Yes.
And Cote d'Ivoire
That's a
has
good
been,
ball, Diakite now. Fofana, why carry?
He wants to
Are they
dribble into the
taking-
goalkeeper's net. Like,
Fofana is
It's-
Level, my
it's-
friend.
it's-
This
it
is
seems-
different levels. Levels, my friend. See, Sangare wins the ball. They offload now. Kraso offloads the ball into the penalty area, where you see the Serge Aurier comes in, leaves the ball with Diakite. As soon as they get into the penalty area, Fofana arrives.
Yes.
Instead of trying to shoot, he
shoots,
still
yes.
wants to go around the players.
he wants a clean cut goal. And it doesn't happen like that.
Another player for me who hasn't done that bad, I've got to say, is the one who just gone to the ground now.
Diallo.
DK.
Oh.
DK, who just went to the ground now. I mean, DK hasn't played that badly.
Yes.
No,
This
he hasn't.
competition.
I mean,
It's not been bad at
No,
all.
Do you
in-
feel like
in-
Senegal is under pressure? Sorry. Do you feel like Senegal is under pressure currently?
It's expected.
At this level, they're expected to be under pressure. Because scoring one goal is the most dangerous. I mean, one
It's
goal
very
and 2-0.
dangerous.
One goal and 1-0 and 2-0 are very dangerous score lines. Because 1-0, you know, the opposition scores an equalizer and they're on the up and they score a second goal, you got a problem, you know?
So
2-0 is the
where-
same
And
story.
Where-
Cote
where-
d'Ivoire scores. Now they've got momentum of the game, plus the crowd with them. Now you are in real danger.
That's true.
I don't think there's any other
but
team that put them under
I think
pressure
after this
like this.
performance, the team boss, they don't have to worry about any damage to the team boss.
Like last time.
They've really put on a good show.
Ivory Coast has put up a very, very good show today. I must give it to them.
We are approaching
And
the
they're winning all
60th
the
minute of the
50 games.
game, and
But look where they are playing. Look where
Yeah.
look where most of their games.
Ivory
their game
Coast is still in
You've seen the
possession
patch where the
with
ref
lots of
is,
possession.
That whole openness. There's nobody there and that's where I expect Fofana to be able to.
What's Ivory Coast? Well, I mean, what's Cote d'Ivoire's plan in this second half? Could you guys see like a particular plan? What are they trying to do at this point of the game?
We spoke about them trying to use their wing play more. And try and
Trying to get into the 18.
and try and force the fullbacks to not be able to overlap and join the attack for Senegal. They're doing that. At least now I can see more of that being happening. Sergio Reyes now joining the attack when they do go forward. Diakite is getting a bit of moment to go as well. Let's have a look at this here now. Through the middle he goes.
But you
and
can't
then
be bumping
eventually
into
goes
people.
straight into players. Yes, Crasso once again. Dilly Delis.
They
You
need
know,
to shoot.
look, the line remains there for Senegal.
Yeah,
And it's
right.
not
There's
even-
still 5-7 players
there's-
standing there, and nobody's really trying to have any penetrative pass.
But to also look at the middle in terms of the line, where Fofana is supposed to play just off the three main guys in the front, play in that. So
In that hole.
you become the orchestrator where everybody can pass to you.
And then
Those
you
who are
see,
coming, you either.
Yeah.
But nobody's there because everybody's now, because of the focus being in the wing play, everybody almost goes to the wing and
Yeah.
leaves that center part open, and that's
There's no
that's
one
where
there
they-
to
yeah.
collect the ball.
It seems like Frank Casey being left out of the started 11 is due to an injury, not tactical, really.
Is it?
Yeah.
You see, this is
This
where
is
that now that
dangerous.
becomes a. Cause watch how many Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire players are around the ball rather than watching where the man is going, and that's how they conceded that goal. Too many players surround the ball carrier, and nobody goes into positional play.
And
You know
they're
what
too
is
slow
also-
to fall back.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying they're too slow to fall back when it's
Yeah.
time for them to fall back. They're too slow.
Okay, let's see.
That's the chase you need to have on. But there's still no support. You know, I want to see the midfield joining the attack quicker.
Yeah.
If they can do that, because there's a massive space. Look at how many players wearing green are there.
Yeah.
So there's always space whenever Cote d'Ivoire has possession. There's space where Senegal are able to just stay there
Yeah.
and win the ball back, and eventually possession is turned over.
Yeah.
So you need to avoid that. If you avoid that, then at least you'll be going somewhere.
So I seem to be wrong about that with Casey.
Okay.
It seems like it was purely tactical.
It was. He's gonna come in. He's gonna
but
come
there's
in.
no-
They're about
yes.
to make some changes.
But hey, look at where we're saying the gaps are, and where does he play?
Yeah,
Because
in
that's
the
a
middle
place
of
where
the park.
you need him to be able to then say, I'll move forward, or for Fana, move forward, I can hold that position, and then we can be able to say through the middle to be able to come through there, because that's where you need somebody who can do those box and triangles to be able to be. I mean, it doesn't help when your center backs and your wing backs are the one with most possession.
They're about to make some changes, so let's hope they bring him on. Because now it's very necessary right now.
Oh, and
return
let's
ball to
see.
corner.
Turn around. Oh, Rev.
That should be a free kick.
Rev, come on.
Free
come
kick.
on,
Taking from
come
behind.
on.
Oh, Senegal have had like the refereeing decisions to their favor tonight, really.
That's what you have when that's what happens when you have
So
big names.
Nicolas Pepe.
Ah, no, there goes the chances of them winning and scoring. Pepe's coming on. There goes 20% of their chances.
Okay.
So clearly it's gone also.
Ah.
Now, let's see what they have in
I
mind.
didn't.
Pepe is not. When was the last time Nicolas Pepe actually here? Hey, Mr. Bongo must tell us. When was the last time Pepe?
Oh, yeah.
Lucky was one of
This
the
is Mr. Bongo's favorite player, Nicolas Pepe. Coming up, by the way.
Yeah, for me,
Mr.
for me,
Bongo's watching.
I think Diakite
Was the most active player.
didn't really give them much.
You think so? But he was the one that was
No, what
pushing.
I'm saying now, only in the second half started to
okay.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the-
You know, I mean, they gave him
Diakite-
20 minutes in the second half. They still haven't gotten anything from him. So I think that's why the change of tactics to bring somebody different. Yeah, so very interesting.
So what's the rationale behind bringing Pepe on? Because they actually need players that can release the ball early at this stage of the game. And Pepe, we know that traditionally he holds on to the ball for too long. He dribbles around too much.
It also depends where he plays. If he plays out on the right, it means that now what you're trying to do is not have crosses in, because you're trying to have him cut in rather than knocking crosses. So once he then brings that, it's an element that you know that he's going to be able to cut in. You are looking to have more pass.
Wow.
The funny thing is,
You know, Pepe for his club, for his former club Arsenal, you know, he's not bad on set
this
pieces,
game is
on
tough
dead
now.
balls, on free kicks. Actually, I've seen him score a few screamers.
Wide.
How can you play 1-2 with?
Did you see what Mane does there?
Yeah.
He look for a player in a
to
better
pass it on
position.
to.
And that's what you're talking about when you say you need experienced players. Instead of you taking that, yes, the execution of that may not have been, but he was a player in a better position because now there's an opening, pass to him so that you create better chances for him. And
So
that's
that
what you need.
was a chance missed by Ismail Jacobs.
Oh, I almost thought that was Michael Jackson. I saw the M Jackson.
It's the
Oh,
Jackson.
Julius say Michael Jackson
It
now.
looks like Diallo is
At
playing
the
his part
AFCON.
now. So Jackson is coming in.
So Jackson, this is the Jackson that plays for Chelsea,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
That's the same one the
Nicholas.
Chelsea fans were very happy to see go
Oh.
to the AFCON.
Okay,
know.
so
He's only played 20 minutes in this tournament so far, by the way.
and
The same
have you
as
been
Andiba,
impressed?
who's also just come on now, only played 8 minutes so far. So, yeah, you got to think about it. He plays for Brighton.
But the one thing that's becoming very clear is the fact that there is no guarantee that you're going to get game time because of club that you come
Yes.
from. I mean, if you look at Guinea and you look at...
Ooh, that was a
Ten
nice
from
turn.
Conan.
That was a classic Ivorian
Good 10 there
dribble.
from Conan.
Because I mean, did anybody ever see Naby Keita starting off the bench?
True.
You thought Naby should be a starter, but you see,
Definitely.
did you think Casey would be starting off the bench? So there is no, Saudi League anyway.
Okay, we're at the 67th minute of the game, and Cote d'Ivoire still trailing, still knocking, still looking for that goal.
See, that's Pepe cutting.
Are they going to
Seri.
get it?
Playing the ball early, Seri.
Nice!
Nice,
Here behind.
nice.
Chancing, and that's
Oh,
perfectly poised for the keeper. Once the keeper goes in there, you're not going to be able
Yeah.
to win.
Especially with Mendy, who's so dominant.
He's so tall.
dominating. He's tall, he's dominating. Because when Mendy
very
comes in,
sharp.
Yeah.
This guy needs to go off.
Fofana.
Fofana. You think so? He's actually a big threat. He's a big threat to defense right now.
There's something about strikers
That's
with the
good
name F.
goalkeeping right there from Mendy.
Mendy's solid.
You know, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to try and ascertain where the goal is going to come from for Cote d'Ivoire.
It's going to come from the left
Yeah,
side.
because
and
it's,
I'm looking at the runs they're making, and I'm looking at the changes just made now. What worries me is they still don't having enough bodies to attack the ball.
In the 18.
Because
yes,
you can look where Pepe is playing, the Bruno. Ne? He's gonna cut inside. So which means he's gonna be looking to either feed off somebody.
Yeah, from the right.
I mean, every
and
time Senegal
this
will
is-
go forward, it looks like they could. And
they
there's-
could score. They
Yeah.
could score at will. And for me, Senegal haven't even reached the 5th gear. They're
players
still
are-
on gear 3.
There's Mane.
It's just the sharing of the ball and the intelligence of.
And Mane calling for the ball in a very good position. Play the ball there.
Maybe he's trying to.
Chancing now. This is a good
Oh,
Oof.
You see, that's what
I
Ivory
talk
Coast also
about.
needs to
Kamara,
do.
You
That's-
give him this.
that's a young
Space
man,
is gonna
Lamine
kill you.
Kamara.
Every time,
very
just outside
confident
the penalty
player.
area, when the ball goes in towards the penalty arc, he's always going to be there.
But that's what Cote d'Ivoire
Ivoire needs to do.
because they don't have anybody who's
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody's gone away from the middle.
And they're trying to get the ball into the 18.
I'm
It's
not
not trying
sure
to
about
issue
the
from-
officiated of this game. The referees so far, there've been so many calls he hasn't made.
Let's Jackson now. Let's see what he can do.
Jackson.
Kamara
But it
again.
Back
just seems like the
passes.
Senegal are finding each other at ease when
Yeah, when they have the ball, like
I don't-
in the side of the
I don't-
Ivorians.
Again.
I think
Mane.
Senegal's actually,
He finally puts the ball he's been
way
asking
he's
for the
been
longest
asking
of
for.
time.
But also is that the way he put it, it lacked pace.
at least the Ivorians are putting up a fight. That's what we can see definitely.
You see, it's always funny when when there's a female official,
Official, yeah.
because you.
Oh, they've
You
done
can't,
that.
yeah,
This
you,
is how-
you can't go there. You can't go. You can't go there with aggression.
you can't go there with aggression.
Oh, the female the female officials have also done so
Yeah,
well.
to just flip into GBV just now, we need to relax.
Nah, I mean, my thing is football is
They've
passion.
done well.
Yeah,
And
also.
you know, I'm happy to see this happen, you know, at the African Nations Cup. You know,
Yeah, there's been so many
Look,
female
and
officials
it's
actually.
those things that you look at that KEF are starting to tick over. You look at what
Yes.
KEF is doing. You look at off the field, on the field, and the things that they're doing. They're just saying, as an organization, don't pass behind people, man.
Like-
As an organization, they're doing so much better.
oh,
I mean, I saw even the earlier game that we had. Maria River from Mauritius was the VAR referee. This one is from Morocco that you're seeing now. Because you know the Northern Africans have actually been there for already started using VAR.
Yeah.
So this one
that was-
understanding much better than
that
me.
was a bad tackle
You know.
by Lamine Camara on.
And I think
that-
this is going to be, but it's going to be interesting to see because we haven't seen many. How does Cote d'Ivoire
So
take their
Lamine
set
Camara
pieces?
gets a yellow card.
Yes.
And who's coming on now for Cote d'Ivoire?
This one should probably be modeling for me. I don't know what he's gonna do on the pitch though.
This is
coming on now.
Kessie's coming in.
Yeah.
Also, they're gonna bring in Sebastian Haller.
yeah,
So those are the
from
two
Borussia.
players that I thought they were gonna start today, given this
Yeah.
this is
Should
a
have
big
been
game.
given,
Giving
know,
the need a goal badly.
it's going to be interesting how
Sebastian has struggled to score. That's the thing, you know. He struggled to score at Borussia, and he comes into the tournament of his magnitude. Sangare held off for the longest of time after getting
Sangare.
injured very early in this game. So
it
Kessie
was
will start
almost-
spraying those passes now.
How do you see the coach so far? The caretaker coach. How do you see his performance so far?
How do I see his
Oh,
performance so far?
okay.
There's a chance.
Oh, that's a chance.
Saved!
Oh, what a
by
save!
Mendy.
What a save!
Casey.
And Kessie just came on.
Casey making an instant impact right there, but what a save!
But offside was given already.
Look, you've got to be, until you know, take your shot.
Yeah.
Because even VAR, I mean, who can still say, hey, this was not an offside. That
They say you want to employ me to come and model for you.
I thought that was what he was coming to do.
Nah, the initial ball was not offside.
Sebastian has a very powerful story, you know. Actually, a striker that has been through a lot.
No, there's no way that's an offside.
It's amazing
Maybe he
seeing him on
interfered
the
with
field.
play. He interfered with play coming back.
No, there's no way. When the ball was played, he was in an onside position.
So it's nice to see positive tactics from the coach.
This is the first time they've actually gotten that close to Mendy.
Oh, Senegal trying to hit them on the counter.
Senegal
Senegal
is
are
pressure.
gonna be
Sangare,
relying on
as
the
well
counter.
as, you see now that they took out Kraso, because Kraso didn't do much for them. Kraso was just there, but didn't do anything. Oh, that's a good ball, this. Mane is going to take it on. Too many touches. Now they...
You know, man is
So that was a
working so
chance
hard
by
to get
Sadio
other-
Other
Mane.
people, yeah.
And
hitting
it's
the
like,
ball
if you're
over
in
the
a better
net.
position, let's give you
The
the ball.
ball, rather than don't give it to me.
Experience, rather than to be the
know.
one that's like, because I thought he's gonna take it first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
The
on
typical.
it wasn't on his favorite foot though.
Yeah,
No, but he could have wrapped his foot around that in the first as it was coming in.
Yeah.
Because what he would have gone for that corner.
Oh, that wasn't too far off. I could tell you that was a bit close.
We must write a message
Yeah, and I
to
tell
Jurgen
you.
Klopp that Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool. He must say, we had nice times.
Gentlemen, do you think we're going to see an extra time
There's going to be a goal.
looming? Is there going to be a goal?
There's going to be a goal for the Ivorians.
Oh,
Brian, do you see the same thing? I mean,
Listen, tactical change could change a bit. Could create.
with the likes of Casey on now.
Kessie on now with Hala trying to get in there very early. Yes, he might not be high on confidence at the moment, given the fact that he hasn't scored in a while. But if Senegal play the way they are playing at the moment, allowing the ball to land in a penalty, they could find themselves in trouble.
what's Hala's strength? What's his strength?
He can run off players, one.
Okay.
And he can attack the ball very well as well. But it depends on the cross are played. But given the fact that you got Koulibaly in the center defense already, and already have Edward Mendy who's very good and controlling the penalty area, maybe the best option for Cote d'Ivoire is to try and get those cutbacks. Go towards the ball and cut the ball back. Because you saw the cutback they just played now. That caused some
That,
sort of
that
problems.
caused a lot of problems.
You know, so if you play a cutback, because cutbacks, you know why it's difficult to try and clear the ball from a cutback? It's because most of the time it finds you going the other direction. When the ball is cut back, immediately what do you do? Because then you start turning, because you're running towards your goal, the ball is cut back. When you turn around, you're just meeting somebody already standing there.
I can't even think. Yeah.
You don't really
And then
have
you're also meeting the ball coming your way.
coming your way. You know, so that's always a problem when a cutback is played in. But you need to have players who are confident enough to be able to do that.
Do you think they also brought him in because of his height?
They're trying to challenge for that, because you can see they're trying to whip in the ball from the wing.
The aerial, yeah.
You know, so got to throw everything you have, eh?
Oh, good. Nice.
Good
Nice.
save,
Oh,
Mendy.
Pepe.
Nice
that
placement
pass?
from Pepe.
Wow, that was
was that onside though?
yeah.
He was.
That was a good run.
It's a route one ball played in. Gets behind the defender. He did everything right.
Yes,
Half
he did
an hour
everything.
back
That
of
was-
the net,
that
because you could
was-
see what he did.
That was
He
the
trying to
only
pick out
option
the
he
front
had.
post,
Yeah.
but the height was perfect for the goalkeeper at the same
Oh,
time.
Mendy to shine.
Oh,
Whew. Okay, that was useless though.
okay. Senegal. Oh. No, that was a goal.
It's
If
like
the ball
it's
got
almost like
to-
every time you look at Senegal, whenever they move up front,
Dangerous.
they look like they could score a goal.
That's
Whereas
right.
when you look at Cote d'Ivoire,
We are
now
hoping.
We are like hoping.
But look, they've played with a lot of pride tonight.
Yes.
Not to,
I
look,
think
if
they
they
could
played
be
the
proud.
competition like this, they wouldn't be playing in this game. They would have been.
So,
got a
so
different
where
opportunity.
where did the wheels fall off for
You know, also in teams,
Cote d'Ivoire?
you could have some dynamics amongst the players about a certain coach.
Oh, that was a good save.
You know what, one of the things that it's easier to lift yourself to a better opponent
Yes, damn, yeah.
because these are big nations. You then look at it and say, "Wow, you can be able." But it's about sustaining that standard that you've started.
That should have been a second goal, eh?
It should
Yeah,
have.
but it's Koulibaly now. He's falling back as a defender. He's trying to find Rose.
You know what Taslim want to look forward to there, so sorry to cut you. You know, I want to see how Hala is going to compare aerially
with Kuli.
to those two players, because remember, he's a very physical player.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can impose
So he
himself
wants to
as
feel
well.
you, feel
You know,
you.
so if he's able to feel where you are as a player, he's gonna go for you. You know, and he can shoot with both legs, by the way. Do remember that. He can shoot with both feet easily when he does get a chance. So aerially is good. He can impose himself, you know, from a physical point of view, which is Kraso. Kraso couldn't do that at all.
Yeah,
In since he was playing from the first minute.
Kwame,
You know, so you see now changes been made here. So Fana is going on.
finally.
But you know, while he may not have done much in terms of today, I still would.
So Seko Fofana being substituted there.
For Kwame came in for him.
I mean, how does this man go past 4 defenders?
Oh, and hits the ball. Well, it seems they're struggling to find Hala at this stage, though.
It's because it seems
That's
like
the danger. These guys know exactly. Christian Kwame comes in, so they know exactly what he brings, so they'll make sure he doesn't get the ball.
The discipline of the Senegalese team in defense is very good, because you're not getting excitable. You're not saying, "Hey, let me know." You're waiting things out to be able to make sure that all happens well.
It's a good ball now towards corner. Let's see what he can
Let's
do.
see.
It's a good ball worked in
Nice.
by him as well.
Nice, very good ball in.
Turn quickly.
Pepe,
Nicolas
any
Pepe.
crosses,
Hey. He's asking him to get there, but he doesn't
Foul.
get there. He's
That's
like telling
better.
him, get there.
yeah.
They need to start shooting from outside the 18. They need to try.
They want a beautiful goal, man.
It's the problem is you guys. You always come in and say, "Oh, that was the best goal ever scored." So everybody wants to score
He
something
doesn't look
spectacular.
happy. He doesn't. Sorry, Bruno.
Okay,
Fofana
so
doesn't look happy that he's been
Yeah,
substituted.
but he wasn't doing. He was doing nothing.
Doesn't matter, my friend. He still wants to be the hero.
Senegal about to make a substitution, and it looks like they're trying to close up shop.
Yes, they're trying to clean up.
What is that? What is that Tupac song, the Bruno? Hail Mary, it's coming. Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Football is about to, because now Cote d'Ivoire gonna throw.
Oh, what a pass!
Release the ball.
Ooh,
Ball there.
come on! Oh,
There
penalty!
should be a penalty.
Penalty!
How is there no penalty? Yellow card for what?
For what?
Come on, guys.
Oh,
No, but he kicked the ball before
Who kicked the ball?
him.
Yeah, but he got to the ball before Mendy.
So it's a home. Okay, I can't even say hometown decision. That's a beautiful pass.
Get the ball here. See, Mendy was never. He never.
Yeah,
you see, the problem is that
yeah.
there's cover behind. The ref might argue, but he's already caught it.
He's
Pepe was
already
caught.
caught it,
He
yes.
took him out.
That's a penalty.
Yes,
That's a
and-
penalty.
Whether there was cover behind Pepe or not is immaterial. Mendy took the play out. He didn't get to the ball.
balls, yes.
He missed the ball completely. How is that even a penalty? How is that even given as a yellow card for simulation?
It's not actually. It's not a hometown decision. It's a.
Even the assistant referee is like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
So VAR is kept
a
quiet.
VAR check is happening
No,
now.
I think they're checking
a
now.
potential
They're checking
penalty for
now.
Ivory
VAR,
Coast.
yes, penalty.
You know,
Most
he's
likely
going to check
penalty.
himself.
Yeah.
He wants to check
Oh,
himself. He
my
doesn't
goodness.
doesn't trust anybody in VAR. Your guy doesn't trust
You know what?
anybody, your guy. Your guy. And he's giving Aliou Cisse a yellow card as well.
Cisse
And
gets
in fact, the
a
entire
yellow
bench are
card.
getting yellow cards now.
I feel like this ref is too young for this game.
No, but that's what you need. But you need to be strong enough.
Watch,
He's
okay,
a Gabonese
watch.
referee.
This doesn't even need a VAR check. I could tell the ref from here that this is a penalty. You know?
Here, Gisla Nacho. Yeah, nah. He's going to be a very famous
It's a
referee.
penalty.
Does this.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty.
I told you that the first time I saw you. That doesn't mean because I'm wearing glasses.
Yeah.
You know
Come
what's the
on.
one thing I always tell people?
Yeah.
Your first instinct, go with it. When the money tackle happened, we all said red card. It's you look
Okay,
at it,
so the ref approaches to the field, and
But now who do you think is going to play?
if it
I
doesn't
think
give
it's a
this
penalty.
Yeah, but who do you think is going to play the penalty?
Casey,
Nicholas,
penalty.
yeah,
it
thank
took you so long to
I
make that
mean,
decision. Come
Relax,
on, man.
relax. Don't get too
A
excited.
penalty is not a goal.
It's not a goal. That's what I'm
A
telling them.
penalty is not a game. Somebody could find Rose head.
And this
No.
is Mendy. This is Mendy that you are talking about. This is Mendy.
So he finally gives a yellow card
That's
to Mendy.
Mendy.
Foul. He's 31, by the way, the referee.
Oh, really?
From Gabon.
Where is he? Oh, I thought it
from
was
Gabon.
from
He's a-
Ghana.
No, he's from Gabon.
Why did I
He's
think?
31 years of
Why
age.
did I think it was from Ghana?
So
Brian.
he was in charge of the game between Egypt and Ghana.
No wonder we
Oh,
lost.
So he's his second game in charge of this competition. And you would love this. When Mamelodi Sundowns played against Pyramids, he was the fourth official in that game where there was
in Pretoria.
yeah the goalless draw.
Yeah, no, then
You remember him?
Yeah, I know.
But he was a fourth official on the day.
Even the officials did not have a good game.
In fact, he was the referee of that game there where it was a goalless
You see,
draw.
now who's going
So-
to play
so-
now? This
so
is-
a penalty-
This is the toughest decision. Who is going to play this
So
penalty?
normally your penalty takers may be the ones that are out.
Yes, I mean, Fofana was going to take this penalty if he was on the field.
You think so?
Kessie's probably going to
So
take it.
Kessie will
Oh.
take this one. Let's have a look at this.
Rose that.
I don't, please tell me when it.
This is.
I
This
don't want
is
to watch this.
Are you having a prayer session now?
what is happening?
Junior is having a
Casey, if he's praying for you, Rose.
Oh. Yeah.
Are you praying for Kessie?
No,
praying against
if
Ivory Coast
Junior
needs
is
this.
praying for you, then it's
Ivory Coast
Rose
needs
that.
this.
What a one. Now you're praying for Kessie.
Hey.
Sit down, my friend. Sit down.
If he doesn't score, he's enemy of the state.
He's going to persitao this
Look
penalty.
at how
He's going to
probably
press it
everybody
down the
is
penalty.
praying in the stadium at the moment. It's a moment for fun.
Oh wow! What a moment! What a
Great
moment!
moment, I've got to say.
What a moment!
What an inspired change there from Fai.
Yeah.
That's a great change he's made. If they can score here, he doesn't seem confident. Oh, he scored!
Whoa!
I told you they'll score.
Amazing!
Whoa!
Incredible!
Yeah, Your players did alright. Eh?
You know I was facing Israel.
So it seems Junior's going to be called to
pray for Bafana.
Pray for Bafana
tomorrow.
When I took the jacket off, you see now.
Yes.
Things are flowing much better.
Wow, this is an incredible moment for for the elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. They've just equalized, and the game is 1-1 at the moment.
This is the first time Senegal has been under pressure.
We are about to see
in this tournament.
Yeah,
so now we need to check. Now we are going to see their psychology, like their mental fitness. You know, for this.
Oh,
tournament.
the game is about to open up now. We're about to see a
because
great
now
game.
both teams have to go out.
Both
But
teams are going
you've
to
got
go
also
for
keep
it.
a level of discipline, because you can't just be reckless. in
Almost,
going.
almost.
Almost. That was almost caught
I
both.
think if it actually gone straight in, would have been a different story, eh?
Almost.
That's why we love the
Actually,
beautiful game.
You know, the
That is why we love the beautiful
The goalkeeper was actually anticipating that he was going to hit the ball right down the middle.
Yeah, just that he just couldn't stretch out.
I've
his-
seen that even the earlier goal was also scored the same way.
Oh,
You know, the goalkeeper thought maybe he's going to do the middle part, so he went wide. So that's a different thing. I mean, that's
Fofana,
that's
please
not
go and
bad.
sit somewhere.
Well, Fofana is actually one of the most important
Now
players.
it's
of
a
the
mental,
team.
it's a mental thing now. You know.
But
So-
now you've got to, because you've got a Cote d'Ivoire.
That's
The
hyped up.
momentum is with them
Yes.
going forward. But their problem is that you've got an experienced Senegal team that can still hurt you if you get too excited.
Yeah, but they've never had to come this far in the game though to win it.
So let's
they've
see.
never had to, you know.
So let's see Sergio Aurier now. Here comes Pepe.
Pepe cross never.
Pepe actually, I mean, he brought something.
Yeah.
energy.
Like
They-
the coach, for me, I'm impressed with the coach.
But
though.
remember what I told you about what Diakite was unable to do.
Yeah.
Cut back and get inside very early. Was unable to do that.
So what Pepe is now is
Pepe's
getting a lot
brought
of
in is that
players, yeah.
because now he's made sure. You see, he's pinned back their left back. The left back is not going to move anymore because he knows there's trouble. So meaning now, Cote d'Ivoire when they do defend, they'll have to deal with lesser players
Yes,
going forward.
yes,
at them.
yes.
You know, Conan has also been able to overlap now, go forward and try and.
What a nice
Look
take.
at this.
Come on.
The take was beautiful. The take was beautiful.
Now it's playing like a 72 million player.
You know what they're saying? Sometimes you need a hero.
Yeah.
This is when some players need to come up and really show exactly why they are top players.
So the Bruno
Yes.
is starting to sound like Mariah Carey. When the hero comes out.
When the
You know, we don't need a Tina Turner days.
So Hala hasn't touched the ball so
Is he
far.
still, he's on the pitch.
No, he
Yes.
has. Remember,
Really?
he crossed that ball.
He touched it when he
Oh.
put the, he
That
put the
penalty.
Okay.
That penalty, he passed the ball. He crossed the ball to that side.
Now,
So Kamara has been
touched the ball
taken
when
off.
he took it to the penalty spot.
See now that they're bringing in the top boys. Idrisi Ghana Gay. So
Gay,
he's been
okay.
introduced now.
So they're trying to shut the
No,
door.
they realize that, you know what?
No,
We are
all
under
guns
pressure.
blazing, yeah.
You need people that can actually reason now, who can think.
Yeah, who can rise to the occasion?
Kessie. That's a good ball. Oh yeah, release the ball, Serge. That's a good return ball to us, Serge.
By the way,
we
too
can't
many
carry.
defenders there. He should have looked for another option. But Senegal is under pressure now. Senegal is under pressure
Senegal is
now.
under
Senegal
pressure.
is
See,
under-
Jacobs is now been pinned back, which is what has been happening all along. He was able to go forward. He was able to whip in the crosses. He has not been able to do that. So Sadio Mane now gets himself. So the yellow card has gone the other way against the Ivorian player, the Cote d'Ivoire player.
And we saw this coming.
Seri's
Yeah, that
title
was a
with
yellow card.
Mane has been coming for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been made to watch.
He could have gotten a yellow card a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So at the moment, both of them are happy to be on the field.
Gentlemen, is it possible that we can see some dying minute drama?
This has been the AFCON. So
I told you this is the final.
Time at all. There's
This has been the
good time at
outcome
all.
of dying minute drama.
I told you this is the
Some time at
final.
all.
Yeah,
You told me it's what?
this is the final.
No, please, man. Please, Junior, stop lying to us now. Stop lying to us. Man.
But
I've seen much better games than this one.
In this AFCON?
This AFCON, yeah.
Egypt versus
Oh, that game was something else.
versus Cape Verde.
That Egypt-Cape Verde game was something else.
No, that was-
Egypt, Cape
The
Verde was...
Angola-Mauritania game was fireworks.
Oh my goodness.
We have had some great games in this competition.
Do you know where you're
Yes.
from?
Huh?
Where you from in Ghana?
Oh, by the way, the Ghana-Mozambique was a very good game.
Yeah. Yes, Ghana, Mozambique.
That was a brilliant game. Imagine you're sitting in Ghana,
Yes.
in Kumasi.
90
And you're
minutes,
sitting
you're like
in
the game
Kumasi, you're
is
just
done.
having your... What is the
Why
mission?
are you imagining things now?
And I'm just saying, you're sitting
No,
in
why are you
Kumasi-
imagining things
sitting
now?
in Kumasi like this,
Why-
Ghana is
why-
leading 2-0 after 2 penalties scored, and you're relaxing, you're just thinking, hey, when is the game coming to an end so we can go? And Egypt is losing on the other side. You're relaxing. Then you hit 90 minutes, you start celebrating, you sit outside there with your beer. Now we're gonna go to the next round. Everything is looking good. So then Ayew will play in the next game, and then he's gonna be the outright most kept player at the AFCON because now he's tied with the Rigobert's song.
So
36 now.
He didn't break the record.
No, he's 36. Because remember, he only played 2 matches for Ghana in this
Yeah,
AFCON.
yeah.
So he came with 34 matches. So he tied Rigobert's song for 36 each.
Yeah.
So imagine if
Well,
Ghana had
he
gone
can-
through, was going to play 5 minutes in the next game, was going to be the all-time, you know. But
And
he's
then
now
you're
he's
thinking
tied.
It's all hunky-dory, all sorted. Next round.
You saw what Tunisia did also. Msakni was also chasing the record of a number of tournaments he's played in. But they didn't force him to play when there was no need for him to play. They brought him in late, but they didn't force him to play.
So what do you do now as Aliou Cisse? What do you do now as the coach? Because definitely it seems like the momentum right now is with Cote d'Ivoire.
They shifted. I mean, they looked to be the one that wanted it more. Since the start of the second half, they looked at the team that wanted it more. The changes he's made.
Now, just hold
eventually
on to
paid
the ball.
dividend.
Okay,
Let's see. Let's have a look at this.
I wanted to read a comment here by Christophe Bongo. He said,
No, we're looking for important people to comment.
Are you sitting on different WhatsApp groups? Or you just getting message back and forth? I probably created maybe we need to check Miss Marcia. Who's probably created a different WhatsApp group for you and Mr. Chris.
This is for Umpo here. He said,
You see,
ask him how Sundowns won the Champions League.
What Champions League? Then 2016.
Yes, that's what
Or
he
is he
said.
talking about
Asha.
the backdoor one?
How does Sundowns win the Champions League?
They won it because they went on the field of play and won matches. I'm joking. Let him answer that. Let's have a look at this here first.
This is interesting.
We'll come back to that.
This is the first time you see the aerial. Bad one.
That's a poor cross.
I can tell you they beat Zamalek 3-1 at Lucas Moripe, and they went across and drew 1-0.
Okay.
So there was no backdoor.
No, Sundowns were knocked out initially. And there was a team that actually played a defaulter. So Sundowns were therefore reinstated.
You see, Mr. Brian gets the facts. Chronological order is important. You must not play with players that should not be on the field.
No. What I'm saying is that when that was discovered,
So there was a backdoor.
No, Sundowns already lost when they discovered the player. It wasn't even Sundowns actually claimed. Who went to complain?
Yes.
It was somebody else who complained. So Sundowns
No,
just
when
brought in.
Kev looked at the players' cards, they're like, why is Junior playing?
Yeah, but the problem is that how did Junior even start to play in that game?
Yes.
No, but remember in football, so it's like, remember Sundowns playing Tebogo Langerman in the final of the Nedbank?
Yes.
You cannot stop people from playing.
No, understand that.
So Christoph
what I'm saying is,
has replied to you. He said they were eliminated, then backdoor. That's what they were.
They won which cup? No, just
He
as
said
a,
backdoor like Cote d'Ivoire.
please ask him. You said he said.
You see now-
How did Sundowns win the Champions League?
He said they were eliminated.
No.
Them-
The question: how did Sundowns win what?
Yeah,
the Champions
the
League.
Champions League.
That the Champions League and Arsenal don't go hand in hand. You know, but
Low
is it-
blow, shots fired.
Oh,
Ooh. What a ball. Almost got to.
good defending there.
Now extra time.
that's a good ball. This is a good ball. Oh man.
Nice ish.
Offside.
Oh sorry.
Offside. So it looks
Fussell
like we're
official.
going to
You see,
extra
but
time.
now they've changed how they were playing.
Now they're doing a lot of aerial balls
Yes.
now.
They need to go back to what worked for them.
but that wasn't How was that?
Yeah, that was
wasn't
offside.
No, there's no way that's offside.
And
Okay.
you know that this is why they
So-
say
so
you
it's
have
time-
VAR.
yeah.
Let the play, and then you can also check it through VAR if it was a.
No, but there was no. If it's a goal situation,
Yes.
VR can come in. But in a situation like that,
And this is no offside.
Brian, there definitely needs to be a battery.
how is
that-
this still allowed to play?
Corner.
There definitely needs to be
This referee is.
a battery change with the machine there at the back. There's something going on wrong with VAR.
But caretaker coach, I'm impressed so far. Like, you've done your job.
Sometimes you don't have to say anything. It's okay. It's okay. We understand.
He has done his job.
No, I'm saying sometimes as a coach.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. No, let's keep it. Let's keep it.
No, I'm just saying sometimes as a coach.
Let's keep it like that.
You just went and told them, guys, you know what? You are messing us up as a nation.
Yeah.
You know, people have come up. We've been given a chance to host a tournament. Please, let's do something. So that is why they've come up and fought very well. But also, what is important is how he made the subs.
Yes.
Those subs
He read
have
the
come to
game.
change the
The
game.
timing of
He
the
read-
reading of the game is
read the game very
actually
well.
very good, I have to say. This
Extra time.
This referee.
So we
he
are.
will learn with time. He's 31, but I'm telling you, he made some decisions that were.
That's if
Yes.
he's able to get out of Ivory Coast. The
So
way he's refereeing,
gentlemen.
if he's able to get out of,
Gentlemen,
if he's able to get out of this stadium, then yeah.
everybody watching right now, please make your comments. What are your thoughts on the game so far? It is 1-1 after 90 minutes. It's an exciting game. Amazing, incredible. Brian, give me another word to describe what we've seen so far.
Intriguing.
Intriguing. Wow, coming from our man here, Junior. His team was
Intriguing.
the opposite of intriguing at this nation's cup.
The coaching department, exceptional.
Exceptional.
So what you're
Yes.
saying?
So, gentlemen, quickly, quickly.
What Brian is saying is that Cote d'Ivoire hired the wrong coach from the beginning.
From the beginning.
From the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly. Let's go from our Ghanaian friend here.
Yes.
90 minutes. What are your thoughts on the second half? What do you predict we will see in extra time?
During the halftime, I predicted that if Ivory Coast was to continue playing the way they were playing, they were going to get a goal too.
Yes.
And true to my word, it happened.
Oh, he said so. He actually
he did,
made
he
this
did, he did.
prediction.
No,
right?
we do know that part. But he said 2-0.
No, I said a goal or two.
Towards the halftime, yes.
He said,
but before he even got to the halftime break,
Yes.
before he even got to those moments,
Yes.
I did say Ivory Coast will score. Before he even got to that moment.
okay, we're coming to you now. For
My
you.
friend, don't make it a Western fight here. What's wrong with this guy? He's making it a Western thing now. All of a sudden.
So wait, Junior, really, what are you predicting the score would be after extra time? Are we going to penalties? Are we going to have this penalty drama?
So this is going to be the shock of the tournament. Ivory Coast is going to kick out Senegal.
Okay, now
And before I go, there's a proverb.
Why is it a shock?
There's a proverb. A prophet is not recognized in his hometown.
wait, you said before you go. Where do you think you're going, sir?
Before I hand over.
You hand over to. You're not going anywhere. You sit right there.
I know they have a lot
now
to
we
say.
move to Umpa.
I know they have a lot to say.
Where does he think he's going? I don't know. Africa's still watching. Africa still needs your presence. I'm reading a comment from a viewer there. Somebody's saying, tell Junior to sit back down.
That time I was praying.
Umpo, what are you seeing so far?
Momentum has shifted. Cote d'Ivoire have got the momentum in the way that they're playing. Senegal have got their backs against the wall. I wouldn't be shocked. I think the score will end up 2-1, and I wouldn't be shocked if it's Cote d'Ivoire who wins.
All right, Brian, do you agree with what Umpo has said?
I said they'll score. I'm happy that they scored a goal. So whatever that happens from now is actually going to be what do you call it, a bonus for me.
Yes, I mean, shocking.
Whatever that happens from now
shocking
on.
officiating.
The only thing I'm still worried about, and I'm going to talk about that, it is Serge Aurier. I just don't think he's got the legs to carry him in extra time. If I was Aliou Cisse, I'll tell Jacobs or I'll tell Mane, let's go where Serge Aurier is playing, which is on the right-hand side of defense. Pin him back, because he's going to try, he's being overlapping. Try and make sure that you force him back. He will not be able to carry on with the pace of the game if he continues
If he goes forward, he can't go back.
But also, I mean, Junior is a happy guy because he's seen a model for him.
Yeah.
Hala is he's seen a new model he can sign for his new ventures going forward.
Yes.
But at the same time, what is key is how those subs have changed the game. The subs have come in, they've done the job. Now, what you don't want them to do, you don't want them to get complacent and get carried away with that. You know, you saw Pepe, after getting the penalty, he had a moment where he just lifted the ball over over the player.
Yes.
Right.
But, you know, if he was precise on that, if he was precise on how he actually used the back heel to actually get the ball over the player, he would have gotten it before Mendy. But also the problem is that even after he got the ball into the penalty area, who was there to attack? There was nobody there. So Koulibaly was there to protect the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper connected the ball. So you need to get those players to get in there. Once the ball is played in, there should be bodies in there to cause problems. Because already, remember the goalkeeper got a yellow card, one.
Yes.
He made a mistake with when he came out and actually clashed that player.
I'm sorry. Even the officiator has been shocking. I feel the referee needs a yellow card for his officiating. I mean, the penalty, we could have told the referee from here.
He lands going forward. I mean, what I've seen is VAR, the one they have here, the way they've operated VAR here, has saved a lot of referees their blushes in this competition. I still feel the Mane thing should have been a red card.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's non-negotiable. It should have been a red card.
And that would have changed the game completely.
That would have changed the game completely. It didn't happen, so we'll see what happens now when you do come back, because extra time is about to start. I mean, the fight is on.
Right. I mean, the fight is definitely on. The Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire versus the Lions of Teranga. This battle.
I thought you said they were sheep.
Now they are teenage elephants.
The names have changed.
Teenage elephants now.
No, they've changed.
Yes.
The Super Eagles were called out, what, the chickens? Super chickens.
Yeah, the Super Chickens. And what were you telling us?
The lactose.
Lactogen babies.
The
See what I
lactogen
was talking
babies.
about?
Doesn't know how to
Look at
pass.
this. Look at this.
No,
Oh,
man.
So it's going exactly where Serge is.
Yes.
So they'll go at Serge Aurier. Meaning what will happen now, Pepe will have to go back to help Serge.
And
So it
he's
will
not
therefore
very good
limit-
at that, by the way.
So it will therefore limit the sort of pressure is brought onto the second half in this game, Pepe. Because if Serge is under pressure, Serge will have to get somebody to help him cover. So meaning now they'll
So
have
you're
lesser
not
players
effective
attacking him.
going forward.
So what they need to do with Cote d'Ivoire, they mustn't allow Jacobs to go over. Pin Jacobs back by making sure that Pepe has the ball continuously.
And Hala, for me, hasn't been. They haven't found a way to incorporate Hala.
Hala has struggled, my friend, coming to this
Yes.
tournament. Oof, that's
Offside.
a good one. Jackson, ages offside. They only pick him up now.
So you're saying Erling Haaland is wrong Haaland. Sorry.
The fake one.
Hala reminds me of the striker for Cameroon against Super Eagles. Who was that striker they had? Cameroon. Who started the game against Super Eagles?
I don't
up
think
front
anybody here
for
watched the Super
Cameroon?
Eagles game. It was so boring.
I forget his name. Let me find the name
Which
of the
striker?
striker. The striker for the Indomitable Lions, man. I know his. Let me see. I will tell you his name.
For which game? Against the Super Eagles.
Magri. That's it. Magri. Magri was. Oh, Ekong had Magri in his back pocket. It was illegal.
Not bad. I just think Magri didn't get supply.
Yes, and that's
He
what's
ev- he
happening to
eventually
Hala.
had to. He eventually had to go back and try and get to the ball at some stage.
That's what happened to Hala.
Here's this guy now. He's
Bafana.
going. I don't know what is he doing now.
No, just looking at some comments because now some people are busy calling me now to get you're in trouble. You and your Senegal winning.
Show bit.
Yes, you know, that's actually hilarious. I was making a TikTok video earlier.
Woo! It's very expensive.
Oh! What a miss!
Oh man!
What a miss!
Remember what I said? If you put Koulibaly under pressure, he's not good underfoot. Watch where that mistake comes from. See?
Does it come from? Oh, it does come from Koulibaly. That
Should have released the ball to Hala. He had 2 players in front of him and he decides to become a hero.
Who
and
was
literally
that?
stopped the whole thing.
Yeah.
He sent it way out.
Yeah, but it was Pepe in front of him, so he had no faith.
Hey.
Ah, my word.
That's Koulibaly's area. Ball in the air.
Oh,
Hala is not playing.
He's slow.
But it also is that when there's a cross, drop in. You can't all go forward. Somebody drop into that pocket where a cut back is.
But the ball was played towards him. He's not running to the ball. He's not taking the ball.
Shame, Helling.
He's having a tough time. I mean, if you look at his Bundesliga season also, he hasn't scored a goal this season.
He hasn't scored.
Yeah, he's struggling at the moment. So, yeah, we'll see.
Does he play for Chiefs? Was his name Gonzalez or something?
Plays for Borussia, man.
No, because
So I was telling you guys, I was making a TikTok. I was making a TikTok video earlier.
Release the ball then.
And I actually predicted Senegal would win. So I might have to delete that video after this.
No.
No, you don't delete, you keep.
Yeah.
We keep. It's like Ghana. You can't be anything else but the black sheep. Sorry.
Tomorrow, Bafana.
Oi, Bafana Morocco. We're still going to
I'll
speak
have you on
about
speed
that.
dial.
So, you know, Cote d'Ivoire at the moment, are they playing as a team or as individuals? I see them doing a bit of both.
But
though.
now there are a couple of players that have stepped up to the plate and ordering other players to take positions.
Okay.
This is the time that you need a
Kessie
leader.
is playing
Yes.
in.
You know, this is the time that you need a leader, somebody to lead the team. Do not lose your concentration. Focus on the game. You know.
And this is where most matches have been lost in this competition.
Yes.
When coach's instructions go out of the window, and players start taking charge on the field of play,
And decisions
and then
on the
some start getting too excited.
Yes, play with emotions
So
and all
mistakes starts happening. You know. So see, they just brought on Dedis Barrow and Ndiaye. Plays for Fulham. In fact, he played for Marseille. So that's
Nice one, Pepe.
Now we're going to see a lot of tired passes, a lot of tired legs.
But I'm not happy that the Ivorians have changed their gameplay.
In what
You know.
way? How
No,
have they changed?
They just
long balls.
long balls.
long balls.
Play
Oh,
long
they're
balls.
tired.
Play
They're
long
tired.
balls. You know.
That's why.
Look, it worked for them to get them the penalty.
No, that's not even how they got the penalty, or was it?
that's a good pressure. Good pressure
Cooley.
applied there.
Remember
Good
what I said
pressure
earlier?
applied.
Put Koulibaly under pressure when he's got the ball. He's a different player altogether.
Okay. So we're in the 96th minute of the game, and the game is still
Lots of
1-1.
mistakes from Senegal.
Yeah, silly mistakes.
Lots of mistakes
It's because
at this.
They've not been put under such pressure the whole tournament.
Almost a goal there.
Brandy almost doesn't count.
So a long range shot from Serge Aurier.
That was a good one. That was a very. They need to be trying, you know.
Something like that.
Oh, it hit the post. Come on.
Come on, you Spurs. Sorry.
Serge Aurier. What was that again? Brian said he doesn't have the legs. He's trying to prove you wrong there by scoring.
Look, when momentum is for you, it's more when they're coming.
We look forward to that. I want to see the one-on-one with him on Sadio Mane, because Sadio Mane is there by him.
Mr. Junior, sit back, relax. Please enjoy
Relax.
yourself. Remember, he's
Take it easy.
Sadio Mane has been quiet this past this extra time though.
You guys are not playing, so relax.
Mr. Junior wanted to leave us, but we're refusing to leave.
Sadio Mane has been quiet this extra time though.
Yeah.
So you know, there's a bag in Nigeria. It's called Ghana Must Go.
Tomorrow we
How
make
do you-
tomorrow we make it Bafana must go.
How do you? How?
There's Aurier. You see, he's gone forward. Look at the space he's left behind him.
This is when you don't.
Look at the space he left behind him. So luckily he managed to win the ball there, or he managed to tackle it.
Foul.
It's a foul.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, look at the space he leaves behind when he goes forward.
Yeah.
The momentum right now is certainly with Cote d'Ivoire, and
Definitely.
if all that was needed there was just a
touch,
deflection,
yeah.
just a touch, and it was a goal.
Touch.
So
Koulibaly, pressure.
if the Lions of Teranga make it through this one,
That would be a clean shave.
I think they should consider themselves lucky.
Of course, I mean,
Because-
this for the first time in this tournament where they've been stretched.
Oh,
Yes.
They've been stretched because, I mean, if you look at the match, they won all their 3 matches.
Yeah.
They only considered
Comfortably.
one goal.
And I
in
think
their
one
3
of the
matches.
one of the things is that Cote d'Ivoire has actually stepped up their game. Because
Exactly.
this is the first time. Look, even if they were to lose as a supporter, you go at least you gave a shot.
Yes. Pride. They play with pride.
Funny that the Lions of Teranga
Ooh,
actually
that's a beautiful. Oh, lost the ball.
they traditionally don't concede lots of goals, you know.
Oreo.
Okay, so it's what you said.
Where's Aurier?
Yeah.
Now you must get there.
Who wants an Oreo? Oreo. Ooh. Oy.
Do you know in the last 3 AFCONs from open play, Senegal has only conceded 2 goals.
In the
from
last
open
how
play.
many?
3.
Sheesh.
2 goals.
Oh, what is the
And
keeper
then-
needed now?
You know, they are
This
prepared for
AFCON,
penalties. The Ivorians are
They
prepared for
conceded
penalties.
1 goal, so 3.
2 goals this AFCON.
2 goals.
1 in the groups, 1 today.
Oh wow! So 4 goals in the last 3 AFCONs.
Oy.
Oh, that looks like a bad injury. So who wants to see like the drama of a penalty shootout in this game?
Most likely it's going to happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen.
Nah.
So we're going to see a moment of brilliance from this tired
I'm just happy like they no longer do the
tired
golden
set of
goal.
players.
There's a lot of fighting in the Cote d'Ivoire team amongst themselves.
Yeah.
It's never a good thing when they do that.
But they've always been like that though. They've always been very
There's too much
confrontational.
passion.
Yeah,
Too much
yeah. Too much passion and too much pride.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This
So this
is
guy
the-
didn't bring his suit to be the coach.
Nah.
Just brought the tracksuit.
He never thought he was going to be sitting on the bench as a coach, did he?
So wow! Look at the stadium.
He has the job already. He's gotten the job. He's gotten the job.
Incredible
Because
performance
now
though, from
he's got the whole country on his side now.
behind him.
He's
That's
got the
true.
whole country on his side now. So if you're the FA, you're in a very tough position now.
To say you must give him
So
the
if
job.
you look at this in total, Junior, I mean,
Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire, that is Senegal, in the 2021 edition and en route to winning the competition, they had scored a total of 9 goals and conceded 2 in the competition. They already scored 9 now. They conceded 2 already now.
So it's end of the competition then.
I mean, when they finished as runners-up in 2019,
Yeah.
2 goals again and scoring 8 goals and
Okay.
conceding 2 goals.
So around the
In the
same.
draft.
So
Plus
yeah,
minus.
roughly I was kind of right.
So in the last, I mean,
They
if you
don't
look at last
concede
week,
more than 2.
Nah, they don't.
They've not. The last time they conceded more than 2 goals was in 2015, where they
My
conceded 4 goals and they
But
were
you
knocked
know-
out in the group stages.
You know one thing I'm worried about? Historically, the Ivorians are not known to have good goalkeepers.
Yeah.
No, they've
So,
never had good
so
goalkeepers.
now, looking at penalties, I'm worried
It's like
for them.
expecting a Ghanaian guy
Oh,
like us
Yeah,
to
it's
shoot penalties
it's,
well.
It's Senegal for me if it goes to penalties.
Yes, Mendy in the post and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Mendy. So, I mean, if I was the coach of the Ivorians, I
Are
would.
you really thinking penalty so early, my guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're still far from that. I still feel we're still far from
It just seems.
You got about 20 minutes. And the way,
20 minutes is a long time in football.
yeah, but the way the ball is going, like nobody has really had a very clear, you know, people are just containing each other.
It's tough.
No, Jackson has
yeah, it's tough.
Jackson, he came as returned back to Chelsea. He hasn't improved the team at all. They should have kept Diallo on. Now I understand what Chelsea fans were saying.
Oh goodness!
You guys are not nice. I gotta say.
I'm telling you.
You.
No, but ever since Diallo left, there is no threat from him.
Don't make such a mistake. These silly mistakes are what's going to. Because
No.
now they're going to look for a penalty now.
That was already out.
Mane wants something out of it.
He's taking chances.
So he's up against Sergio here. You see now, the cover that's coming from Sire behind him. That's very important.
But if you
Series
look at that,
realize.
if Mane manages just to clip it over them, there's 3 people that are
Yes.
already there
Yeah.
that have already been eliminated. So you got too many people that are around the ball,
Yeah.
and the numbers are not good for you. Should he be able to get that?
But then in such a game, do you follow the ball or do you follow the strikers?
Look,
What do you focus on?
so let's keep to our positions. So there's 3 other players there. What's their role?
Okay. The Ivorians go in the long ball route.
And they need to stop this long ball. Like, why?
Never going to work against.
If
the
it's not
Lions,
broken, why fix it?
Yeah, but remember that's how they got their goal though.
No, they were tiki-takaing.
Yeah, but they eventually send the ball long. to Pepe, and that's how they conceded. Won their
penalty.
penalty.
Yeah. You remember Boubacar Bari,
Bakabari.
Handball.
the former Ivorian keeper? He was not bad at all.
He wasn't bad.
What
at
year
all.
was he keeping for the national team?
He was there for a few AFCONs and also got to the World Cup.
Really?
Boubacar Bari.
Is it like the slim one?
Yeah, he's a tallish one.
Listen, the Ivorians, in World Cups, is a sight for.
I mean, he was the goalkeeper in the one-day AFCON in 2015.
I think I know. I think
And
I
he
know.
was when they
Yes. I
finished the
remember
runners-up
him.
in 2006 and 2012.
When they were in South
He was
Africa,
in goals.
was he the goalkeeper? When they came to South Africa for the AFCON?
2015, yeah.
Yes. I know the one you're talking about. But he seemed to lack confidence.
Yeah, but he managed to win the tournament with him in goals.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's all that matters.
When
He
you
had-
have Didier Drogba,
Yes.
Torre, that's not
Yeah.
that difficult to do.
He had this innocent look, you know, his demeanor
He was
lacked confidence.
tall.
He was tall, slim.
So what is it? The goalkeeper must look like what?
You must look fearful.
It was looked like the Nigerian.
You must look
goalkeeper.
fearful so that when you strikers like just say, like, you know, you just put a fear
Look at
of
this.
God.
Diatta has not been able to overlap for the longest of time. He finally does get there.
Oh,
Finally, Diatta
good
gets
save.
there for the
Good
first
save.
time.
Good save.
Diatta has been kept back for the longest of time. He finally gets in, whoops in a cross.
So, we've just seen the first half of extra time. The game's about to commence to the second half of extra time, and it's looking like it's going to be a penalty shootout. Gentlemen, so far, extra time, what are you seeing?
Game is closed.
The game is closed. I
No-
think
no team
both
wants
players are extremely tired.
And
Umpo?
Now I think they're going through the motions more. Nobody wants to make a
commit,
mistake.
yes.
Because you don't
yes.
want to make a mistake now, because then you become enemy of the state.
Yes.
Everybody will remember you for that mistake.
Yeah,
And you don't want to
but
commit too much, you know. Be it
Yes.
strikers, midfielders, or whatever, your wingers, you don't want to commit too much to it. And then, you know,
Brian, if you had to be on the Elephants team bus tonight, would you feel safe? Is this a good performance?
Safe in terms of what?
being attacked by supporters. You know, like the last game.
You guys are just being too dramatic.
But
What I'm saying is
it
that
can't be job security.
no, but what I'm saying is that he just came on today.
Yes.
To be the head coach, to be the caretaker coach, because the head coach has been sacked. You know, and given how they've performed today, come on, guys.
Can they be proud of themselves?
Yes.
Oh, they played very well today.
Definitely.
In comparison to the team that we've seen in this tournament,
For you to hold the defending champions
played much
to extra
better.
time.
they've played much better today.
So what has changed? What has changed in this Ivory
Belief.
squad?
Because you saw in the first 10 minutes the jitters were there. Hence they considered an early goal in this game. You know? And he made some decision because, you know, the other coach who was there refused to remove Fofana even when he was not delivering in matches. So he has gone and done something that most coaches, the other coach was unable to do. He has took out Fofana, he brought in Kessie, you know, he brought in Pepe, he took out Grasso, he brought in Hala. So he changed a lot of stuff in this game. And when those players came on, you could see the impetus. You see what they're bringing into the game.
Only
You see
Pepe
that-
and Casey, by the way.
And also Diakite was not giving them the worth they wanted. He started to play in patches in the second half, couldn't give them much, eventually to make a change. You know? So for me, it's one of those where you sit down and say, you know what? Firstly, you were knocked out of a competition until the last minute when Zambia lost their game. You got back into the competition, didn't have a coach. Caretaker coach takes over, who was assistant coach to the previous coach.
Yes.
And then he eventually comes in here and gives a very good showing.
Yes.
They can be proud of their performance here today because they're not as bad as they were in the other matches.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, well, the coach is keeping Mane on for penalty purposes.
No. Before penalties, you never take off Sadio Mane, especially at this level.
At this level, that's when he.
At this level, you want all your experienced players to
Yes,
be on there.
yes.
But it's not only is he experienced, but he's just so lethal. Should he be able to be given a chance? I mean, that last chance that you've got in the last half, it fell to him.
Yes.
Because what you want is that every shot that you take should be on target. Then you giving yourself a chance. You can't be, but so his experience and the quality of player that he is definitely.
And these are the moments that heroes arise.
You know, if you look at the bench that they have from Cote d'Ivoire, you're saying that you don't trust the goalkeeper. Should they go to penalties? They've got a goalkeeper on the bench there, Padre Ale Sangare, plays in South Africa. He's a very good shot stopper. They need to go that route. I mean, if you remember in 2015 when they were to play in the final, Kubu was the main goalkeeper for them throughout. But when they got to the final, he got injured, and that's when Boubacar Bari came on, and he was the man that saved them in the penalties.
Penalties, yeah.
You know, sometimes you just need to have that focal point. But I believe that, you know, if they do get a penalties are anybody's game. And any coach who doesn't practice penalties when they get to knockout has got himself to blame.
Yes,
Got himself to blame. Because penalties are part of the game. You plan as to what you want to do when you get to that level. You know, Mendy is always going to be a towering inferno when it comes to penalties. You want to look at him and say, with him in goals, you already have a shot stopper. You got a huge advantage. But there's also time for some people to come out. You know, somebody said I wanted to talk about Hero. What happened? So you might see a double of Mariah Carey coming up. Like somebody deciding to actually do a double over now.
One of the things that playing football is that I always hated penalty shootouts because you don't want to put them in the spot where the keeper can get to, but you don't want to be too extravagant because if you become too extravagant, you end up in row Z.
Row Z, yeah, that's
You press it
right.
out.
You press it out. We on 107
You guys are never gonna
minutes.
forget that guy. But he came back and scored a penalty in the next game.
Yeah, but we remember the first one. That was epic. Okay. It seems
Just
like
don't have the pace.
both players are. I mean,
No, it's
both
tired
sets
legs.
of players.
It's tired legs.
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
tired legs
Tired legs.
and-
It's humidity is playing its part. I mean,
Imagine Senegal going out at this stage.
It doesn't look likely, but it's possible.
you always liking to imagine things like.
He was saying the same thing to me not so long ago. It looks like his imagination goes
And
something wilder.
his prediction was 2-0.
That's what he predicted. Until it got towards the end of the first half.
But I should have never taken the bait and said 2-0 as well.
You followed him.
That's the same way Bafana will follow.
You actually
That's how Bafana will follow Ghana tomorrow.
Gosh.
Nice.
So everybody watching at home, remember to join the watch along tomorrow. I'm hearing rumors that.
What do you mean tomorrow? We must watch it later today.
Yes. Yeah. Later today. It's the early hours of the morning.
Unless you're using Nigerian time.
Yes.
You never know.
In Nigeria, well, it's 1 hour behind. But Mr. Umpo, you're looking forward to tomorrow's game?
Definitely.
Too close.
Definitely. I'm hoping to see a more. It will be interesting of how South Africa plays in terms of up front. You look at what Morena did on the left, on the right, and you look at what Percy was doing on the left. Do you trust Percy to stay there? Because his experience of what he's done, but also you gotta say, was he giving us a lot? Is he maybe? Do you want?
So Mr. Umpo, we're hearing that you're going to be the driver, chauffeur driving us through that match between Bafana and the Atlas Lions.
Strap up.
Are the rumors true?
Just strap up if I'm the driver. If I'm the driver, strap up, please. No basement people. we like high quality.
But as he said,
So look out for Umpo tomorrow. The live watch along. South Africa versus the Atlas Lions of Morocco is going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing, and we can't wait to watch it. Hopefully, it's as epic as the game, the West African derby that we're witnessing right now. I wouldn't lie, Umpo. When I watched South Africa
guys
play
doing?
to this year.
you see, now they've dropped the ball now.
Yeah.
Complacency, my friend, is footballers' worst enemy. When you get to that level there where you're thinking you've done it, you've got it,
Yes.
that's what happens.
It's like
It shows you-
they're happy with the results.
It shows you flames.
So Senegal just knocking the ball around. And
They've given them the chance to get back to their
Yeah,
ascendance.
to get back
Now
into
they're
the game.
beginning to play. Not like
Koulibaly's
that.
legs are tired.
Koulibaly
We're
said
seeing-
those players are tired. If I was coaches, I'll say go with them. No matter which team you are.
If the Ivorians could make like a substitution right now, and they had a very fast, pacey striker, now is the time to bring him on against the tired Koulibaly.
We literally have 9 minutes left, so
So it looks like penalties might just be
And
the
the way
order
that
of the day.
Fofana, the keeper's just looking to.
No, the keepers right now.
He's looking to be the hero.
The keepers right now should be.
this guy, this model.
Elling.
That's your guy, eh?
He keeps calling him Ellen. It's Hala, not Haaland. Oh. That was good defending. And
There's
then
Ghana Gay.
What did he do?
There's Ghana Gay. Mane's in there. They
Did
get
you see how they just doubled up?
That's a good tackle. To get that off. Oof. Now they have the numbers. Let's see how they're going to use the numbers.
Okay.
Pepe used the numbers.
Pepe go, Pepe go, Pepe go. Release the ball.
He has.
Well,
Ooh. Mendy.
Mendy's such a great shot stopper.
These are cool. These are just but like, now.
Oh, game over. Mane, let's see what Mane will do with it. Oh,
Took too long.
almost.
Took too long. Should have released the ball once he got into it. He took too long.
This is when individual brilliance comes to play in the game.
That was a.
Took too long.
What could he have done?
Where was that ball played? Whose side?
Koulibaly.
Yeah.
No, whose side?
No.
Percent.
Aurier's side.
Whose side the ball played? Told you, my guy, his legs can't carry him for that long. So every time they want to go and pinpoint and play the ball where he's coming from, where Sergio Aurier plays, that's where the problem is going to come from. Look at this. So they get the ball in, and the keeper makes a save, immediately release the ball and take it forward, and they hoof it forward to where he's playing.
What was he doing? Was he chesting? Was he? I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Yeah, but what is this guy trying to appeal for a penalty? It's never going to be a penalty. That
No, I think he was trying to cheer up this, like,
there's a
supporters.
fence.
Yeah,
The supporters shall start coming up again.
yeah.
Why is
So the
Kamara
players start on the bench.
He's worked very hard today. There's some players actually who have lifted all on the field.
This Hala guy, I'm disappointed.
He left all his modeling on the field.
Yeah.
You jinxed it, my guy. When he came in, he went like, no, what is this guy doing here? You should be coming to model for me.
So the Ivorians
Soccer is not for pretty boys. Soccer is for the fearful and hungry.
So the
You can't
Ivorians,
come to a soccer pitch and
the Ivorians are about to make a substitution now.
then go
A
and play
player
volleyball.
by the name of, is it Shingo, or how do you pronounce it? Singo?
Singo. So I spoke of a Singo plays as a fullback on the right hand side.
so-
He's gonna. So I told you about him. He's gonna make sure that Mane does not go. The problem is now with Mane's experience, Mane can turn him around. So he's gonna play where Sergio Aurier is playing. You know, which means the coach is probably gonna try and go. He won't be, because Singo can run the line. He can run that line fully so. So Sergio Aurier doesn't believe they want to take him out. Or are they taking the bottle back? Who do they want to take out? Because Singo plays where Sergio Aurier plays. He plays as a right back. So unless they want to bring somebody else, or the injured player has been replaced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the injured player is the one that's been
Okay,
replaced.
so now that, okay, makes sense.
So meaning Sergio Aurier will move to the center defense.
Now he can, yeah.
And then Singo will go wide on the right hand side, which is, yeah. Now Singo is an exciting player.
Think so?
You must see him run the line. Beautifully so. He does it so brilliantly.
Singo comes on for the Ivorians, and
Bamba.
the Lions of Teranga seem to
They want to bring on Bamba to Bamba with the big boys.
preparing Bamba. You want to Bamba?
Bamba to come and
You want
Bamba
to
with the
roll
big
with
boys.
the big boys?
I mean, I tell you, Kusunu did very well today. You know, he got injured. He had to leave the field of play, but he had a stellar performance. He played very well. I mean, after they made a mistake at the start of this game, they recovered well, the Ivorians. I've got to say, Cote d'Ivoire has played much better.
Another player that has impressed me today has been Nicolas Pepe. He's actually
He just used to play for a wrong team in Arsenal.
okay. Oh,
You know, Arsenal fans, you know, he called him Paper now, not so long ago.
Pepe.
Beautiful balls.
Do you see when they in the
Kessie.
middle where Kessie
They need
is?
to get the ball.
They needed
They need
somebody
to
to
get
lead it.
Pepe more involved in the game. He's been a shining light. Look at that ball. Look at that pass.
But this hell of a guy, I don't know what he's doing there. What is he doing there?
He's coming out after a long injury. He was out
modeling.
injured for a while, so he's coming back after a long
Whatever
injury.
his name is, what is he doing there?
His confidence is not there.
He's modeling.
Just look at him. Just watch his
He's modeling.
standing.
He's standing, literally stagnant, just waiting there.
But what a ball by
Look, he
Pepe.
makes no attempt to even, and you are the tallest one.
Against tired defenders. But I think Pepe should have taken that shot. What has he got to lose?
No, from that
So
side.
you're going to
it's
get a
bit
similar
difficult.
situation to yesterday. Remember yesterday, Egypt and
DRC.
Yeah.
DRC in their game. DRC
penalties.
scored first, and then Egypt equalized via penalty.
Yes.
Then he went to penalty shootouts. And
Oh,
that's
Serge is
Oh,
out.
Serge.
when Sergio is
Aurier.
also out. So Wilfred Singo is in. No, but I saw Kosunu was also moving around on the far side. Is he back on the field of play?
Yeah,
Bamba
clear.
Dieng is there. Because I know that Singo plays where Sergio Aurier plays. You know,
Alusise I'm sure didn't anticipate a game this tough against the Ivorians.
You must know that there are
Nah,
some games
but you gotta remember. I think he would have.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember the nation that's playing.
Yes,
and their pride and the way that they have, and they're the host nation. I mean, it's not like they're playing Ghana.
You just had to throw that
See
in
the
there.
pool in there, my guy.
Ooh, Brian. Honestly, you should hear the banter between these two
Is that
from the
Germany?
beginning.
He's already on a yellow card, right?
Yeah, the referee should. I mean, it's a professional foul. He knew what he was doing.
But Frank
back, he
Casey
realized
with
the player was
the
gone.
theatrics though.
No, this experience.
Ghanaian experience. Ask us.
Frank
Ghana.
Casey with the theatrics.
Tomorrow we will have the Bafana experience, don't worry.
And a long
Alan, that
ball.
should be his goal.
Oh, what is it? Oh my
This guy is not
goodness.
meant for soccer.
What do you mean? He's a model for.
Come and model with Junior Hala.
for your brand, eh? Tribe Africa.
He said this guy is not meant for. Oh, the Tribe Afrique model. I mean Hala. Oh. Senegal.
Who's there? Who's there?
Senegal
Why are you?
attacking. Oh.
Casey.
Good steal. Advantage, ref.
Casey was always needed in this
But
game.
advantage, ref. He still has the ball.
And he's back on his feet.
Casey was always needed in this game.
This teenager of a referee.
What did you call it again in Ghana? Look,
Lactogen.
lactogen. This lactogen of a referee.
So from lactogen elephant to baking them to win.
Hey. Oh, this has been an exciting game so far, guys, and I'm excited.
Such a good game. It went over 2 days.
Oh, gentlemen, it feels like we've been
Yeah, for
watching
2
this
days,
game
eh?
for 48 hours.
Too
I
many
hope all-
penalties.
over now, we've
Penalties.
crossed
Penalties. Penalties.
So
over.
it seems like we're going to penalty shootouts. The match is almost over. The Elephants have a set piece right now.
This is the time, my friend Adelani.
Yes.
This is the time when you stand up and you want to have a farm given to you in your country.
Yeah.
This is when you come out here now and you score a goal.
Just now.
Sergio is
didn't
still
they say
there.
he's-
I tell you,
Oh.
Kusuno is the one that went off.
Ow.
Too close. Too close.
Yeah, too close to Mendy right there, and I think that should be
This
it.
hell of a guy. He's gonna miss the penalty. They shouldn't let him
Yeah,
play.
and the ref has not been adding a lot of time.
That should be it. So Senegal go long. The Lions of Taranga
It's another
looking for
10.
Mane.
Oh, why do you want to play short?
Whoever scores now will forever
Will be a legend.
There's Casey.
be a legend.
There's
Oh,
a
there's the
moment. This is
model.
a chance. Then he doesn't run. After releasing the ball, doesn't run. Pepe's long ball. Chance in for a header.
Oh,
Comes in, still alive in a penalty area. Oh.
yeah, I'm agreeing with Junior. Hala.
And that's his younger
definitely.
brother.
Hala certainly
Penalties
needs-
it is.
Yeah, you're going to penalties now. It's all over. Just don't see anybody doing anything else here and there.
Penalties.
That's it. So just like yesterday, Egypt, DR Congo, we are off to penalties.
Beautiful game.
Tactics here played top tactics in this game overall.
Yeah. So now we're about to see the drama of penalty shootouts. We recently saw it with Egypt and DR Congo. We know how that ended up. We know that Egypt were dumped out of the competition because of penalty shootouts, and you
You're
know,
going to find his checkbook now.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah. So let's see what happens
what a
between
game that was.
the Ivorians and the Lions of Taranga.
I just came back from my
penalty shootout.
prophet. Ivory Coast is winning this game.
Prophet, the last time a prophet said 2020 is going to be a good year.
Hey, my guy.
Because COVID.
He said, no, forget everything that happened. 2020 is going to be a brilliant year. And we got hit by COVID.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Egypt versus DRC Congo. Let's just backtrack because that was the first penalty shootout in this competition.
yeah.
And I think the Pharaohs actually took good penalties. Maybe, you know, good penalties were taken there. But, you know, the lottery of penalty shootouts, it's, you know, the pressure, it's, you know, it's very difficult. As a player, how do you handle moments like these?
It's moments like a pesitao. It's because if you, and while Junior may remember the first missed penalty, it's to be able to say, I'm going to be brave enough to be able to go and take a penalty.
So but the coach, do you, as a coach, would you start your best penalty taker first?
Yeah.
Or,
Your first five should be taken, should be the ones that we all know who they are.
or
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
save your best penalty taker to the third one, just in case
like
things
what you
are not
do,
going your
you
way?
have your top five, and then they will normally figure themselves out, because among them you want there's someone. It's always the stars that always want to take the fifth one because they can have a Roberto Baggio moment and send it into Rose. But you want to have your first five are players that are known and players that we've practiced and we know this is what we're going to be able to do. And then from there, it's
Delani can
So-
copy in there.
yes, it's piggy Mabelani.
So it's looking like the Elephants of Ivory Coast can pull off an AFCON miracle after all. I mean, it seems like their fans have forgiven them for the Equatorial Guinea debacle, and that's just how fickle football could be at times. But Brian, for you, where do you see, you know, Ivory Coast?
Listen, I mean, if
Where do you see Cote d'Ivoire ending up? Should they make it through this? Is it a team
too
after
early,
what you've seen?
it's just too early to talk about where do they make it, where do they see them finishing. Let's see what happens here first.
Okay.
I believe. Listen, Edward Mendy is always going to be he's a top keeper.
Yeah.
You know, but it's for Fofana now to
Prove himself.
also prove himself beyond reasonable doubt that he's equally good, even better goalkeeper than Mendy.
Yes.
So I mean,
Yes.
so it's going to be very tricky.
Oh,
how this one is going to end.
You
end of
could
it all.
feel the tension in the air at the Charles Konan Stadium. You could feel the tension. You could cut it with a knife.
I don't know if anybody else also notices that, like, the Senegalese fans are not that excited about the penalties. I'm not sure whether it's because they are tired or it's because it's been a long game. But
could be.
they look a bit down. Like,
No, but also it could be two things. Two things is they came with a game plan. They scored an early goal. You scored a goal in the 4th minute, and you start thinking you want to wrap up the game and able to do so. Then your position start getting better, and they go into the ascendancy. They start looking better than you are, and they start taking you on. You know, and then the feeling of being invisible disappears.
Right.
Because now you realize that somebody's matching us for the first time in this competition.
yes.
We've always dominated everything else. Remember, one of the games where they won by 3-0, they actually had a player sent off for the opposition. So now they've been tested and taken all the way to the end
Yeah.
by another team that, you know,
It's
should
equally
have
good,
been
yeah.
a walk in the park, given how they performed overall. Should have been this one,
They're
which is
coachless.
going to get here and just, they're coachless. For example, the person sitting on the bench now
Was
was
the coach.
not their coach, the caretaker coach,
Yes.
who just took over now because they just got back into the competition itself. You know?
So-
2 to 3 days ago, literally.
It is a wounded elephant you are playing up against here. They've got the fans around the stadiums. And I think that the fans of Cote d'Ivoire, one of the reasons why this would be advantageous for Cote d'Ivoire is that their fans already made peace at some stage that they thought they'd been knocked out. When they were got back in, It's like, oh, you know what? Let's see what happens.
So everything else is a bonus to them.
Everything else is a bonus. If they do win this game,
Yes.
and actually if they can win this game,
Oh, it's a party.
you know, Adelani, to answer you, if they win this game, you can see them go all the way.
It's the finals, yes.
Because the momentum they want to build from this, if they can win this, they will start having the self-belief once again.
And that's what I wanted to know.
You know,
that's
but,
why I
no,
was
but I'm
asking
saying that,
question.
you know, when you look at this, that's why I'm saying, let me answer you. You know, no dilly-dally and hide behind Junior because now I'm going down also.
Yes.
You know, but I'm just saying, in essence, that should be the key thing that will come out of this.
So, I mean, the Ivorians in the last exchanges at extra time had 577 passes to Senegal's 435 passes. The possession 57% for the Elephants, 43% for the Lions of Teranga. Shots on target 4 for the Ivorians, 3 for the Lions of Teranga, and shots overall 12 from Senegal and 8 from Ivory Coast. So you could see that definitely the momentum shifted in the game.
And I think to go to what Junior was asking, and I don't know if it's you, the supporters could pick that up.
Yes.
As momentum is changing, as that and pandemium is swinging along, you're now going, they're getting more excited, we're having less and
See,
lesser
now look at
chances.
that. Just look at
And
See
now-
the pressure building.
now
So
what you've got.
we're about to get into the drama of the penalty shootouts, and the first penalty taker is none other
The
than
skipper.
Koulibaly.
Also interesting is that Fofana is slightly taller than Mendy.
I was checking them out.
Yeah,
I was
he's
checking them
slightly
out.
taller than Mendy.
Yes.
And if you saw the difference also on the benches, the look Aliou Cisse, but if you see the other bench, Fire and Co are literally just smiling because they know they've done their job. They held the champions. It is now all about penalties taken in this moment.
Yes.
You know, so Koulibaly, let's see what he can do against Fofana.
Koulibaly
That's a
goal.
well-taken penalty.
Oh,
Wow, that's a
Koulibaly
brilliant-
is actually a very good penalty taker.
Yep.
I
So
haven't
this
seen
could
him
be
miss.
one of those games because no champions has ever defended the AFCON. They could actually be leaving.
No, I mean, there have been some way back in the days, not now. After Egypt,
After Egypt, yes, that-
none have
You see now
defended.
Brian is showing his age, he's singing that song in my time.
No, but that was not in 2002, 2000. No, you know this guy. This guy pretends like he's 15 years old. I mean, Egypt won the 3 in a row now in 2006, between 2020 and 2010.
2010.
You know,
yes.
so I mean, Ghana did a back-to-back. I was not there. I was told. I mean,
Yeah.
Junior would know because Junior has got football
86.
age.
86. I
No,
think.
Junior's got a football age also. He's gonna show up. And then
So
Cameroon.
Nicolas
That's why you always need that.
Did a double also.
Nicolas Pepe has stepped up to take the first penalty for the Ivorians. Caddy scored this.
Nah, Rosed. Rosed.
No, but Ivorians are quite skillful, so I'll not be
Rosed.
surprised if they score it. Like
Rosed.
they are quite skillful. Like when it comes to
He's
finishing.
You know, Ivory Cote d'Ivoire, when it comes to finals, when they've played in penalties, they have not always been winners of penalties.
They beat Ghana.
Very
bro.
well
They beat
taken
Ghana
penalty.
to win the Africa Cup.
In '92,
No, even
the 2017.
yes.
Yeah, but it was recent. Before that, they actually played in the final against Zambia, lost in 2012. So penalties have never been. It's well taken, this, eh?
When does
Very
the model
well
come?
taken penalty.
When does the
keeper-
model come?
the
I want
model-
to see the model.
If the model comes, he's gonna miss it.
If the
Yeah,
model
yeah.
comes, he's going
Junior's favorite player.
Junior's model.
Look, from henceforth, any team that comes to this pitch in a green jersey is gonna lose.
Okay.
So, so
Now we know.
So the
All
Eagles
right.
are in trouble.
the Eagles
Now
are in
let's
trouble.
see.
Let's see Bafana tomorrow.
Nah, they're cold.
Oh, okay, lucky
Cold.
you.
We gold, my man. Relax.
Okay, let's see. Second penalty for Senegal.
So look at this now. Well spotted the way he's going about it.
Okay, let's see.
See, he's
He's
way
going
back.
to
You
miss.
don't know
He's going to
exactly
miss.
where to go.
He's going to. Oh wow! It's a goal. Well taken penalty. Okay, so guys, let's choose sides now.
You're becoming like a Nigerian prophet. You're prophesying things like that. He's going to miss.
Okay, so who's going for Senegal win here?
I'm going for a Senegal winning penalties.
All right, Junior, are you still sticking with Cote d'Ivoire?
I need to check if this model is in the lineup.
He's still checking.
It's still checking.
You
Brian,
must make up your mind.
Brian, who
before.
are you going with? Cote d'Ivoire? Oh wow, the lady.
The makeup is falling off right now.
I'm telling you, you can. Okay, let's see.
Who's stepping forward now?
Our first miss.
No.
This is our first miss.
This
I'm
guy,
sure.
this guy is too anxious. He's too anxious.
Can see he's in two
he's
minds.
he's too
Doesn't seem
anxious.
to be one of those players that's got confidence.
Yeah, he's too anxious. Like he needs to calm down, and he's taking
So-
too long to.
This is going to be our first miss. We're predicted here.
Oi!
Oh,
Okay,
another well-taken penalty. So
but have you noticed
As
that
things stand,
Mendy
it's
has been?
2-2.
Have you noticed Mendy has
has
been
guessed
getting
the
the
right
corrections right?
yes,
He's been getting the directions for all the penalties so far.
Yes,
he just
I-
needs to stretch himself more.
Actually, if the Ivorians are smart, you could see that Mendy would struggle to get it if it's hit low and hard and fast. You
Low,
know,
hard, and the
before
corner.
So far, the players that have taken penalties are the ones that came off the bench for Cote d'Ivoire.
right.
Because Pepe and Kwame both came in as subs. So Senegal, the ones that's taking the penalties are the one that started. Because Koulibaly.
So now it's
sub.
Senegal's turn, and the game is still in the balance. Is still 2-2.
Well, football will kill you real death, I tell you.
I'm telling you, it can kill you a real
Oh,
death.
lefty.
Lefty, this is tricky.
Lefties.
This is
No, he's
tricky.
going to score.
This is tricky.
He's going to score.
He's
Come
gonna,
on.
He's gonna put it. He's gonna put it there.
He's predicting he's going to score.
Oh!
What did I say?
We have the first miss from Senegal.
Man of God, what are you predicting?
Lefties
Wow.
are tricky. Lefties are tricky. It's a tricky one because says
No, lefties are not tricky. Lefties are they're not the best penalty takers. Lefties, for me, I've never trusted a lefty to take a penalty
Unless it's Robin Van Persie.
because you know they are
they're
able to
limited,
wrap
yeah.
their foot around to
Yes.
actually go to the direction.
Yeah.
They're always going to have to open their feet, their foot every time when they take penalties. It's only a few of them that can wrap up the foot and actually go any direction with the ball.
See, this is when you need experience.
Yes, this is where you need the likes of Mane to actually step.
Yes, your favorite player. Your favorite player is coming forward. Junior's favorite player is coming forward. Allah!
He's gone.
Oh my goodness, what a game.
I had to turn around for that one.
Relief.
And he was cheeky as well. Huh?
Nah, he's a good taker. He's a striker. He knows what he's doing.
Oh,
No, but bro, you can't say he knows what he's doing.
No, he's taking a penalty.
He's got those.
For this one, he was out injured.
Yes, he's got those.
Nobody was out injured. He's been out injured for a while.
If he catches this
But I
one,
mean, the way when he came on and he played, I was thinking to myself, how does this guy professional play? Yeah, and Junior was thinking he wants to sign him up.
if Senegal missed this
big
penalty,
one. This is a big penalty. They need to.
if Senegal
Go
missed
on
this
up.
penalty,
Yeah, that's gonna
too
be
soon, too soon.
oh,
Well taken.
well taken.
Dieng. Well taken by Dieng.
And everybody's on their knees by
It's
the
a surprise that
touchline.
Senegal
bro.
This
will
is
go
the
home.
time that every heaven, every sangoma is remembered. Because everybody remembers who they worship.
For the first time, the goalkeeper gets right.
Yeah, this
For the
goalkeeper.
first time, the goalkeeper gets right, but it was just beaten by the pace. But these are well-taken penalties, eh?
Yeah, even the one that hit the post is well taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just unlucky.
So as things stand right now, it's 3-3, and Senegal has missed one penalty.
Advantage Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Imagine how the hero this guy is going to be.
Yo,
Yeah, like,
Hey, imagine what's going to happen.
he's gonna have a food named after him. Maybe a type of jollof, somehow named
jollof.
named after him in Cote d'Ivoire.
My guy, I want money. You're talking about maybe food after him.
Okay. What a penalty.
One more, just one more, just one
Ivory
more.
Coast,
Something
the
else, my guy.
Ivorians just have one more penalty to be through to the second round. And if this penalty is caught, then
See, Edward Mendy already
the
committed
elephants
himself.
win.
He saw what
He's
the
been
ball
getting the
was.
direction, yeah.
He saw what the ball was, but it was just too low.
Yeah. He's been getting all the
It was
directions
just
right.
too low.
So if Senegal
Don't misses this one.
if Senegal
they're out.
miss their
It's all
last-
over. They're out.
Yeah.
their next penalty,
It's
they're
all
out.
over.
If Senegal
let's
miss
see.
this one, they are Ghana.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go.
Oh
Let's
my
have a look
God.
at this one here. This is the one.
Is it money?
This is the one.
It should be Sadio Mane now.
Hey.
Oh, it's Sadio Mane. Nah,
And
it
he always
doesn't
goes to
miss.
same spot
doesn't
all the
miss.
time.
It doesn't miss.
He never goes.
That was a
Same direction
bullet.
every time. my
Just
guy.
power.
That was a bullet of a penalty. My goodness.
If you catch it as a goalkeeper, you're going in with it.
So it's 4-4 now.
One more. Just the last
These
one.
guys just need to score.
Just the
man.
last one.
So, if the Ivorians score now,
That will be a winning penalty.
Then that's it.
then that's
Who is
it.
playing? Drogba.
This guy is working so slow towards the penalty.
That's how champions work.
Oh,
Messi.
Kessie just scored one now during open.
Yeah,
you know the story of,
does he
of
change?
players.
Does he-
You know stories of players who scored
They-
during
they
open play,
miss, they
Where-
miss.
and then they go to penalties that they miss. And the ones who became a hero, who found the equalizer,
Yeah,
always misses at this level.
And
Okay.
now people
Is it
are
going to
taking off
put
bills.
in-
Let's see
Guys.
this here.
Guys,
It's the one that requires everybody to stand up. You know, they always say when presidents are singing, you gotta have your hand there. Only president can do that, not people like us.
the first shall be the last. The first shall be the last.
Come on, miss it, miss it.
The first shall be the
Oh,
last.
you must convert this one.
Go, 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 go. Stop taking chances.
He's trying to get lucky. He's like,
Yeah, it's like taking chances.
oh, now we have to celebrate together now.
Gentlemen,
Surprise of
let's
the
sit down.
surprise of the
Oh, my
year.
word. This is
Surprise of the year.
This is football.
So defending champions are out. Those who fired the coach are now back in proper.
what did we just see,
A
gentlemen?
hero has just been born.
What did we
Yeah,
just
no,
see?
no, no.
You know,
Five.
when I started my intro, I did ask this rhetorical question.
Or was it
I was
rhetorical
saying-
now?
You said this very quickly. You said this very quickly.
Okay, I lie. It wasn't a rhetorical question.
Why are you crying? Stop being
I
dramatic.
wanted to know if we're going to see a beautiful piece of history, Ivorian history, or we're going to see the elephants crumble today. And my question has been answered.
Lactose elephant.
Lactose elephants.
This is unbelievable. We've just witnessed a piece of Ivorian history.
Yeah.
We've just
And Mendy
witnessed
saw it, but
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
too
too late.
inside the ball was.
It was too late for him to even make.
incredible. We've just seen something so incredible. And well done to the elephants of Ivory Coast.
The host are
No,
back in.
The other day when they were beaten 4-0,
give unto Caesar what belongs
We
to
didn't
Caesar.
see this happen.
The coach is good.
Oh. Bafana wins. We can beat this one. These ones we're beating. These ones are.
Gentlemen.
We beat Morocco, we beat the
Gentlemen.
elephant.
One house. Gentlemen, that was football at its best. That was African football at its best. How are you guys feeling? Is the adrenaline still pumping in your veins? Junior, how are you feeling?
No, so far we are fetching the kings of the jungles one by one. The elephants are there, but the lions are
But
coming.
don't forget Junior's
Tomorrow,
prediction. Junior's prediction was that elephants are lactose elephant. They're going out.
They're going out, yeah.
Yeah. So now it's changes.
No, that was I didn't know the coach.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so after I told you who the coach was, you started feeling good.
After I witnessed him in the first half, my belief in him.
Oh, you believe?
A man is somebody who is able to accept his mistakes and then
Yes.
change his mind.
So me saying they want to score, you never believe that.
Oh,
I'm just asking.
do you believe Bafana is going to score tomorrow?
No, but now
You're talking about
No,
something
it's just
else.
okay. No.
Yeah, but
Oh,
for
no.
the-
Do you believe that Ghana is not going to call AU again?
Oh,
Oh my God.
the AU stars.
So, I mean, Umpo, for you,
No, my prediction was that Senegal was going to win. Senegal lost. Well done to Cote d'Ivoire. I
Oh,
think
I'm getting a text message from your friend here.
Yeah, of course, it's
Christoph. Yeah, so Christoph says, I know my football. As I said yesterday, the fact that
He
Cote
said it to-
d'Ivoire made it through, they will reach the final. Remember Sundowns
Who was he talking to yesterday?
Who was he talking to yesterday? You can't talk in the bathroom by yourself.
Who was he talking to yesterday? Were he talking to you?
No, he was talking in the
my
bathroom
friend.
by himself.
Maybe you guys were together.
Christoph says,
We want evidence.
No.
capitalize.
When was he
Who
talking to
Chris
you?
talking to? Because there was no,
Where is the evidence?
with the lack of evidence, we will assume he
You
was
see
not.
now. Now they're colluding. Now they're colluding these guys now.
Yeah, no, they're colluding. Like the rent collusion.
Hey,
yeah.
maybe he was talking to men of God that side there. Over in company. No, that's eh?
No, he was by himself in the studio. What?
Okay, are you Brian? What did you make of those penalties? Because no one could really fault themselves with the penalties. Everything was so
Listen,
well
I mean,
taken.
the only thing I wanted to see was to see how Cote d'Ivoire will come back today. And Senegal have never been, nobody has really pushed them
Yes.
the way they were pushed today.
Yeah.
One. Number two, I always knew Cote d'Ivoire would score a goal. As to whether who wins at the end of the day is not a story. But the fact is that they were going to score a goal. And they scored a goal because the man on the bench took a risk. He took a risk of the other coach was unable to do. He managed to pull out Fofana. Something I've never been doing. You know, he risked by putting Kessie on the bench and brought Kessie in when the game was already all the way towards the end, and the legs were slightly heavy for the Senegalese. And what they did also, which is what I find very interesting, was when they brought Singo in, it meant then they're going to have somebody who's going to look after Sadio Mane. You know, because Sergio Aurier was struggling to get to fill that position. So when they moved Singo and then actually brought Sergio into the center, it meant then they have somebody who's going to look after Mane. Hence the game ended the way it ended. But if you look at the moment when Senegal, you know, the game was played in patches by both teams. There's a moment it belonged to Senegal, there's a moment it belonged to Cote d'Ivoire. But Cote d'Ivoire, if you look at the 120 minutes of football played, they probably dominated almost 80 minutes of the game.
Yes, yes.
40 could have actually gone to Senegal.
Yes.
But what Senegal did, and I think after scoring a goal, early became complacent. They started believing, you know, they've done it, you are okay. You know?
Yes.
And that's what football can do to you. You know, it's always this thing. I mean, I was having an interview yesterday, and I said to the guys,
What a penalty.
and I said to the guys
what
that
a penalty from Kessie.
when you're given a chance in any situation, given a second chance, that's a very dangerous team. You know, when you were talking about it to say, what did the coach, you asked me the coach that I said to you, he didn't need to say anything. Just tell them that you are playing at home, go out there and represent us. It's exactly what they've done today.
Right.
They didn't do anything different, they just came here and played football.
Played
That's
their
all
game.
they did. They played their game and they left it on the field. And they lost, I don't think anybody was going to blame them. They
Yes.
actually played a very good game today. End of the day, somebody has to win. It's football. You win some, you lose some. Senegal had chances to score, they did not score. Mendy, I thought was going to save 1 or 2 goals given they look, when I looked at the heights,
Yes.
they realized actually the goalkeeper is actually taller than him. You know, and this is what you do. Penalties, you practice. You don't just come and take penalties here. You practice and you get it right. And I think congratulations to Cote d'Ivoire. We have the host nation still in the competition.
Which makes it more
Unbelievable.
interesting.
Forward.
But Bruno, having said that, it's also could we say it's an end and era for Senegalese football?
Never.
Because now I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Why I say end of an era. What are the chances that you're going to see Koulibaly in this again?
Oh,
What are the
yeah.
chances?
there's NAFCON next year. There's
2 years' time.
No, next year.
Oh, it's next year.
Yeah, there's NAFCON next year. So they're still good enough for one more AFCON.
Listen, I mean, if you look at the continuity part,
Please ask, so sorry, Bruno. Please ask my friend Christopher Bongo, like he asked Rigobe Song if he's about to retire. Please ask which one is about to retire.
So
you know what is also very important around this? It is if you look at the number of players who are still at that age where they literally haven't even hit their prime. Kamara isn't hit his prime, he's only 22, 23. I look at majority of the players they have in the Senegalese team are very young players. I believe that Koulibaly had when he's really been when he's found a team that has truly challenged him, he's not been able to hold on. I think the coach took too long to bring in Idrissa Gueye, because they needed somebody who can control the midfield and try to dictate terms and start really dictating how the game flows. But he did that after Kessie was in, and Kessie really changed the game. You know, if you had brought in Gueye for me when Sangare was still playing, would have been a different story. You know, because when Kessie came in, he started playing with Seri, and they double up with Seri in the middle, and then they allowed the outlet of Pepe to be able to run forward, and then so they managed to have a slightly open, and they also had a reference point. So the reference point kept the two central defenders busy. Even though they did nothing, there was a reference point in Hala, a junior's favorite model. He was there. So as soon as he was there, it meant now.
So it was a good model.
Koulibaly couldn't move anymore.
Yes.
You know, Nyakite couldn't move anymore. They had to now start looking after him.
Yes.
Where did the mistake come from? They were all watching him when the ball was threaded in. By the time I looked up, Pepe was already there. And the goalkeeper to commit and go for the ball. By the time they came to recover the second ball, penalty was already caused by the goalkeeper. So you got to talk about the brilliance of the men on the bench. I mean, MS5 did very well today.
Yes.
You know, you can see the experience that comes by playing at the AFCON itself, having been part of a 2010 FIFA World. So all of those things that come to the fore, and this is what we are seeing today. But
So does he get a salary increase?
yeah, was he even getting paid to be there? I don't want to discuss things I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you have had a lot of the Ivorian legends coming out and complaining about things. I mean, Samuel Eto'o came and complained about things at Cameroon, you know. There's been that argument that has come up continuously to say most of the players that are playing in this AFCON are not really born in their own countries.
Yes.
They are born outside and are coming to play in the country.
I never played on the continent.
Then what I'm saying is, then I think that is not true. For me, that is not true, because one, let's look at Cape Verde. They played against Mauritania today. Most of the Mauritanian players are not born in Mauritania. They're born in Mali, they're born in Senegal, they're born outside of Mauritania, you know? So if you look at these matches now, you see what it does now.
versus Angola.
So Cote d'Ivoire will take on the winner of the Mali-Burkina Faso game.
Yes.
And then
That's
the winner
what
of the
West
South
Africa
Africa
did.
game will take on Cape Verde. Nigeria already is going to be taking on Angola. So for me, that's going to be a very interesting game. The Nigeria-Angola game, you know why?
Why?
That tactician that's sitting on Angolan bench, Petro Concalves, he's something else.
He's a
a
lot of
shrewd
people
tactician.
undermine him, but he's very shrewd as a tactician.
You know?
and the Angolans can play football.
My guy, I mean, yes, they got a player, the goalkeeper got red carded in their last 16 match, you know, their last game when they played against Namibia. Niblu is a very good player. He's a very demanding and imposing figure, and they've got other goalkeepers that can come in. But, you know, if Nigeria goes in there and look at a Gelson Dala and think they're playing against some Mino team, and look at a Zini,
They'll be shocked.
and they don't really go with them. And look at Luvumbu in the team and still come up and think they're going to be coming and looking like they're playing against a Cameroonian team.
Or like a Ghana.
They're going to get walloped by this Angolan team, because an Angolan team is very good. But if Nigeria played with the same hunger and passion they've shown in the last two matches, forget the first match. First match they played well, played in patches, could have scored 4 goals, they never scored, they only scored 1. The second game, they really showed their aggression against Cote d'Ivoire.
The third game, they were
The third game, they were shocking, but they got a goal, which is important. But now, in this game, when they're going to take in an Angolan team, who won, have nothing to lose, because nobody gave them a chance to even make it out of the group stages. They won their group, with nobody giving them a chance.
And a very cohesive team. That
In a
played
team that are
together.
Algeria, by the way. So, I still feel that, you know what, now we are seeing, we're going to start seeing the tournament, proper tournament now.
Yes.
You know, where some teams are no longer there, you know, like your
Ghana.
Your Ghana,
Yes.
your Senegal. Now, you know, they want to start seeing,
Juniors are allowed to say anything.
No.
Later today in Kumasi, in Accra, everywhere in Ghana.
You see this beard?
Please, no.
No. See this beard?
Wait.
Tomorrow.
Okay,
You see
so-
this beard?
so guys-
No. Can I make one point?
Okay.
You see this beard? Tomorrow, if Bafana doesn't come home, I'll shave on my beard.
Oba, and please, tomorrow, please bring scissors. Forget him shaving.
Yes.
We'll cut it here.
Yeah, we're going to shave
If Bafana
Junior
doesn't come
live.
home tomorrow, I'm shaving this beard.
We're shaving
Yeah,
him
no.
live.
Please,
Yeah,
can
If
you
they don't come home
know,
tomorrow.
I know in Lagos it's still what? What time is it in Lagos now?
It's 12.
Just go to
midnight.
12. Ne? In
Yes.
South Africa it's already past 12. It's past 1 already. So some of us, we are done. So if you want to
All right,
continue with
so
extra time.
No.
you extra
Really,
time.
really, we're about to shut everything down. I just want to thank you guys. That was a very entertaining game of football, and we've just seen another African fairy tale told by the elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. And thank you guys for watching. Till next time, goodbye.
Toodaloo.
And it
The Africa Cup of Nations 2023 is certainly the gift that just keeps on giving. Now, this is a competition that is unpredictable. So many upsets are taking place, and the big question that everyone who's watching is asking themselves is what is happening next? One thing that is certain that is still to come up is the round of 16 as we kick-started the competition with 24 teams. 8 have already bowed out, and now we are remaining with the top 16. Of these 16 teams, most of them do believe that they have what it takes to lift the title of being crowned the African champs. Bagaitso dumelang, Lina Lakaki Timeleng, Khosekgadi Akhabanda. Bienvenue à Fut-Afrique. This is the only show where we talk exclusively African football. And this week, we look back at all the hustle, tumble, and rumble that took place in the opening group stages. We also take a look at the coaches that have already bowed out. But also, we look forward to the excitement and we anticipate as to what's going to be happening in the round of 16.